sequence and everything, but that's not till week 3, so.
Yay! We're here. We're live now. Official. Yay. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Tuesday night.
Team Pope.
Yeah.
We are back on Twitter.
He is hilarious.
Or Twitter. I'm playing Dennis now. We're back on Twitch. We're on YouTube. No, I give up. Y'all tell them what we're on. Fuck. So I was trying to say we are back on Twitter, Twitch.
Back on, back on Titty Twat.
We're back on Titty sir. We're live on TikTok, but we're not doing much with it. If you guys are on TikTok and you can't get to any platform, head over there, but don't worry about it otherwise.
We got official.
We're on Facebook, and we are streaming back on Twitch tonight, giving it a shot.
Awesome, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. Tonight we're going to work on Connor, bringing him to justice. Finally and finally. Brad Dave will join us this week, so we're heading back into the great city of Nashville and bring it down the Pitch Fitch Rollers and Run Bike Connor. And we'll do a quick recap of everything here shortly, as soon as I kind of get my notes out. So I have new software, so if anybody's listening, tell us how the audio is.
Tell us how the mute works.
Yeah, tell me
How does the mute work?
We really not like to hear us anymore, and we know how that is.
But we'd like to hear all that's on the Facebook feed. The other feeds right now are being messed with. So.
Yeah, over with the audio.
There's some of your college experiments that I don't think we need to know about.
Oh, that's on the pay site.
Well, it's no longer OnlyFans because they don't allow that kind of content.
Yeah,
so now we're on Fansly.
But stick around to the end, and you'll see all kinds of things you'll have to talk to your therapist about.
And explain to your kids about.
Get the brain bleach ready.
Oh,
There's one right by the cord.
Yep, that's what stopped it from rolling about 1 million miles away.
rolling a million miles away.
There's an old sea shanty called 10,000 Miles Away.
I have 141 if you.
Okay.
Please forgive, I'm getting into organizations. You want to call it that?
No. You're getting
Not
into
you.
organizations?
Yeah.
Organized crime? What?
Organized crime. Yeah, see? So, we're going to do this web thing about stealing. We're going to tell everybody how we're going to steal and how we do it, right? And then everybody will know how to be a good
Put it
criminal.
out online.
But the problem is, every mook I send over there, I keep getting arrested. I don't know how it is. It's a perfect plan. Every time.
Perfect plan. I post it all the time.
Yeah, post everything. This will
I
work.
tell them everything in an email. I don't understand why it goes no.
It's all laid out in black and white. I can't seem to follow directions. I keep getting busted.
Yeah. Stupid guys. If anybody out there wants to join, we will. We got a good demo plan. All right. Well, last time we spoke or gamed, we had talked with Miss Molly at her little establishment, where she gave you the lowdown of what was going on in the town of Nashville. Basically, told you how the Pitch Fit Rollers and how Connor used to be a subject to the Gray Boys, which was run by the former General Anthony Hemlock. But now it seemed to think times have turned the last few weeks, where the General works for Connor, it seems. And they've been kind of running around the town, doing stuff. And pretty much you found out that there were some Pinkertons seen in town. Also, you found out more about the Black Dragons and Kylie who runs them, and also their master, which is Mr. David Lopan. And pretty much you guys had gone in and learned a lot of what was going on. And basically you met Naomi Poole, which was Bo's daughter, who actually works for the Pinkertons, and she told you that Connor basically kills her fiance in his last betrayal to the North, and she wanted some vengeance herself, and she was more than happy to join you guys. and she was going to join you, and going into that, she didn't know. She knew there were Pinkertons around, but not sure what.
A Shire.
But she was more than happy to bring him to justice. You also found that Bo's other daughter, who is part of the Texas Rangers, you guys have got a bunch of evidence proving that he was responsible for trying to destroy Lee's train and the bridge, and she was gathering up some Texas Rangers to help assist you and bring him to justice. You also went and found Lee's representative, Roger Lancaster, and he wanted you to kind of join Lee's gentlemen. You guys kind of said no. And is there anything else you could do? And he said, well, I can see what I can do for you, but not much. So you left that. And after speaking with Naomi Poole, you decided to head on down the road and speak with the Black Dragons. When you're in there, you set up an appointment. Kylin, Dell's character, had that Jade Lotus symbol, and that was enough to get an audience, but Molly had set up an account so you could all talk about it. You met Lopan, he was there. He told you that Connor had something from them which caused great disgrace to his clan and his dojo, which was the Balanced Buddha of the Moon that Connor had procured, and they wanted it back, but they were doing whatever he wanted in the meantime, otherwise he had threatened to destroy it.
What exactly was it?
The Balanced Buddha of the Moon, basically what it was it was part of a temple, a Buddha temple, and what it would do is if you viewed upon it at a certain time, it would change your path in life so you could see the opposite of yourself. So if you were a pacifist, it would change you into becoming basically a full bow killer. Mm-hmm. And then you would view the Buddha again, and then you would decide your true path between the two. So that way you could find your enlightenment. It was a yin and yang and would balance it within the short time.
Now, was this, was it like, what was it though physically?
It's a small statue.
Small, okay.
It was about, I would say, the size of a human head. A little bit. And it was basically Buddha with one toe on the ground, his arms crossed with the yin and yang symbols upon it, and some sort of precious stones. And it was him in just this peaceful contemplation of perfect balance. Lopan had looked at it, but then it was stolen by Westerners before he could do his full path. So he's quite vicious and quite vicious of a man, quite evil. So given that once he was a monk, it'd probably be a good thing if he did look at it. That way he could get himself back to balance. But that's been 10, 20 years since.
And that's Lopan?
That's Lopan. He wants it back, but he's been, like I said, it's been threatened before. They've gotten him strange trinkets and other parts he's been collecting. And he told you something about a crown, which the seer of the Miss Molly's, the Indian lady, said that she saw the streets were being torn with blood and death and destruction as the moon came full, and the howling beasts shall rip apart all the lands, and the king shall wear his crown, if you remember her saying that when her vision. And then again, he brought up the fact that there was this crown. You knew that talking to the werewolves, Wade, that they were assembling something. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember every part of that, but
a lot of it. But yeah, basically there was a person that had been basically corrupted the essence of wolf, and was basically making evil vampires or evil werewolves.
Right, which is where the lycanthropy, basically your normal werewolf thoughts and process,
And it seems like that might be what the whole idea is with the super soldiers that are being created.
Yeah.
Quick,
you'll see him saying he was like making a new army to.
Yeah, it's like, oh, really? Well,
so, and then there was a ship that poured into port that was pretty much ruined. There was nobody on board, and that was part. She said something in her vision, and then you said something too that, if I remember right, there was something about a ship in your vision too, or not?
Yeah, the ship that was coming in that was the master of the vampire that we defeated in
The Outback,
in
Yeah.
Kentucky.
the frontier.
Right.
Or was it Kentucky or Tennessee? That
It was in Tennessee. It wasn't that
was it
far
Tennessee?
away. Or it was probably like along the state border or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, when we had gone through that and found that vampire and killed it,
Right.
apparently the master of that vampire is coming into town.
Yep, that's about right. So, I think test. Okay. And that's kind of where we left off. You went and talked to Lopan, and you were speaking to him about everything, and trying to decide what exactly you guys were going to do from there. And he said basically that he would ally with you guys and help you as long as he got,
His monk back.
yeah,
His Buddha
statue.
got the Buddha back.
I want my Buddha back. Buddha back.
Buddha back ribs. We're waiting for everybody to show up. Let's do a little
You,
all right, we're back.
you got a pause thing. You got that scene and hold your horses. We'll be right back.
Nice.
After these messages, we'll be
Be
right
right back.
So here's your Big River Steampunk.
Oh,
shirt.
awesome.
The artwork was done by my wife, Bobby. Woo! They used her design for the actual t-shirts this year. Would look awesome. And Rob, we were talking to the Scallywags on Monday, and they were packing up to go, and we're, have a good trip, and had a good weekend, blah, blah, blah. And Little Bear was like, yeah, I follow your artwork and all that stuff. We were talking to him, he was talking about Bones and Biggin could not make it this year. So they had another guy fill in, Mac, who hasn't been with them for 10 years, but they were like, hey, you want to come in? He's like, sure. So he rejoined the Scallywags. I don't know how we got to talking about it. I think Bobby said, well, you know Big E, don't you? And he's like, yeah, his name came up. When they were thinking about people to replace him, your name apparently came up. And we're like, he's like, but he lives, I don't know where he lives, and I don't know if he's performing. We're like, well, he performs with us on Tuesday night game nights. He lives in our town. He's like, duh, I know that. So they had these glass mugs, and they're etched with the Scallywags logo.
Mhm.
We were going to bring him, but we didn't. Or we were going to give him to Zim's Lemonade, but we forgot. And we're like, oh, we'll take a couple next year if you have them. And they're like, well, we're going to go to smaller mugs, but I'll hook you up. So he gave me and Bobby each a mug. And we were talking about Big E. He's like, here. So that's from the Scallywags.
Thanks, guys.
So the Scallywags said, happy late birthday. Because
Thank
we
you.
told them it was just your birthday. So. Yeah, they were like, oh, it's all glass edged. So we're the Scallywags?
Scallywags are a pirate band out of Kansas City.
And they are hilarious.
And good friends of mine, too, as well as they're good friends with Dale and Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby friends with them first. No.
Yeah.
All right, well, where you were waiting there, Daryl, we kind of recapped everything.
Okay.
Pretty much, we just got done talking with Lopan, and he said he would assist you guys, what you were going to do. Pretty much, we kind of stopped there at the end of that conversation. Did you want to come back? Because I know Poole left to go talk to try and figure out what the other Pinkertons were doing in town.
Okay.
And you still haven't talked with the Texas Rangers yet either. So, what were you going to try and formulate a plan here with them right now, or you want to get back with them later?
Either that, or did we want to go check out that boat?
The
I
boat.
thought we were on our
again.
way to go check
Yeah,
the boat.
there's a boat with the master
boat.
vampire.
Boot.
I would like to stay away from those boats.
Okay.
If it's a master vampire.
You don't know. There was just
Right.
talk about it.
Did you drop 2?
I might have. I must have.
There, now Little Bird has no excuse. I sent him the link to our feed. So
So, do you wish to embark into your journey now or later? Are you waiting to?
this low pan.
Yes.
Ben
Three
says,
Stooges, wise guys right here.
Yeah.
Ben says he's jealous of the mug.
It is pretty cool.
You should be.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he said the
Ladies
design.
and gentlemen, Rob the penis.
Ah, I am a big dick
Yes.
detective.
It's
That is.
ridiculous.
Biggest.
Biggest.
But if you wish to go now, I will assemble some of my team to come with you. And now I'm German, not Asian.
Low pan just became German.
Yeah.
Boy, he really needs the damn balance.
Yeah,
Is he talking about going to Connors now?
Yes. If you want to go there, we shall go now. But if you wish to wait, we can come back at a later time.
It's up to you guys. Very least, maybe we should scout it out or something and see
Might not be a bad idea.
what we're going to come up against or how it's laid out.
You playing
Manuel.
Manuel? Good.
You don't want to play Iron Man?
Iron Manuel.
Iron Man?
What was the
It's a steam powered suit.
Batman? Well, that was it.
Batman. Well, yeah.
So we've had several people on our Twitch so far saying everything's shit, guys. Thanks for being on here.
Would it sound like crap?
Yeah, video and audio both, I guess. Well, the video's not so bad, but the audio is horrible.
Okay. Well, if you want to shut her down, we can. So.
Let it roll.
Okay.
Mark.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting on you guys, so I don't know what you want to do.
Well, maybe we should go investigate it first and see what we're coming up against.
There it is.
Yes. Right. We
Yeah.
achieved
Hiding behind
our
the big
mission.
guy.
We found the Foresighter.
All right. Well, I'm going back to Memphis. I found my four-sider.
Hell, you guys, I'm out.
Well, we could go by this Connors place and get a lay of it.
Yeah.
Unless you
Buy
plan on
Connor's
just
place
walking
and
in
get
the
laid
front
by
door.
it. Yes, that's a great idea.
Unless you plan on walking in the front door. You've been pretty awfully gutsy lately, Kyle. Maybe you just want to march on in and take him by the hair.
Yes, I think I wouldn't be able. They'd hear us coming with his balls slamming so hard. Clang, 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 go the priester.
That's a coin to the priest.
Well, that was before we
Oh,
knew there was
Memphis.
going to be a bunch of werewolves involved.
Hey, is that on? Like that microphone in the center?
Should it be
It
red or
is.
blue?
It's red.
No, the other
The
one.
toner.
This one?
The one with the pop
The
screen.
one in the
Doesn't
middle.
need to be on
The
it.
one in the middle.
Oh, this one here. Yeah, it says it's on.
Okay.
That was hilarious. Which one? Well, he goes like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's head over there.
So you wish to us? Very well. We will scout out. It's wise to see your enemy's compound. Chai Lu and Hang Jin will follow you and assist
Which
you
one
if
was the one I
needed.
was drinking with?
Well, how about they
That's,
lead us so that way we know
Chen.
where we're going?
Jen. What is that?
J-E-N.
How about they lead us so we know where we're going?
Very well. Hang Taeyong Gia. Kind of bow.
I'll grab a bottle of sake for the trip.
And they kind of like done. Very well. When you are prepared, we will be ready. He kind of nods. He leaves the room. They all kind of like are bowing, and they kind of get up. And he also told you that Julio's sister will remain here until
Right.
the items return.
Until everything's done,
There
yeah.
was
Yeah.
a very dramatic situation with that.
Yeah. You guys leave. The two kind of bodyguards. One of which, Chai Lu, you was there the night at your establishment when you first met Connor. He was one of the bodyguards.
Oh, okay.
So he's basically, you might recognize him. He's the one with the bow. But he's, you all right?
Yeah.
You need a bottle opener?
Yeah, I thought it was a twist off. I guess it's just got a picture of a rocket on it.
It's a mortgage.
Drink your mortgage.
Yeah. So he was mad, and the other one was just another guard there, but you had drinks with him, so you see where he's going. So he kind of saddles up to you. They both kind of bow slightly. The one guy eyes your drink.
No, I was like,
Okay. So the one with the bow kind of goes. He's like, and you recall that you think it is this guy that's a cousin to Kang himself. So it was him, and
Don't you get Von Doom in here too?
yeah, Chai Lin was also related to him, but this guy was like a cousin. And he goes, "Well, I can't believe this. Hey, you ready to go to this place?"
I actually kind of speak to him, and because it's Chinese,
Yep.
I kind of speak to him in Chinese. He goes, I believe we're ready to go. You
He
know,
raises his eyebrow.
is there a good vantage place for us to look over this place?
Yeah. Hey, this way. And he kind of goes off the shadows a bit, but he kind of heads up ahead and starts walking. The other guy kind of walks with you guys more towards the back, but you can kind of see him moving through, kind of pushing people out of the way that get in his way.
Through the streets, you mean?
Yep. Eventually, you're going to go through Nashville, kind of more into the nicer area of town, but not exactly the rich part. It's kind of like, you've kind of like the bluffs and everything else below where the factories and all the things are, and as you go up, the richer homes are. And he's kind of like on a side bluff, and it's basically this big kind of mansion, but there's also like a bunch of buildings below it. So he's like just above the city, like the industrial city.
Right.
So he's kind of out of the smell of the city, but not quite on top of the hill with the other rich people.
So he still lives within the city, but just in an area that's kind of a little bit more sparse.
Yeah. So his mansion is kind of like a few acres, maybe 3 or 4 acres, including the hill, going up the hill and woodland and everything else. But as you approach, he says, he owns many properties around here. There is many businesses. And he kind of points to the large building in front. It's very brick, almost looks like a factory. And maybe got transformed at the last minute recently. It looks better, like has, new coats of paint and everything else. But you do see on the front of it, it says the arena. And he says, "Yeah, there is the place where he has his fights, his main business. A lot of there and some of the other buildings out around are his other businesses. But if I remember right, there are ways to get in through the compound, through any of those businesses, into his main mansion. But they are all heavily guarded."
There's no way to get to the mansion without going through those?
We can go on foot or come down the hill, but he has people placed among them we'd have to take out. Or we can take routes through the buildings in. Either way, it's all quite guarded.
That's just basically on the approach to the mansion then.
Yeah, pretty much she's going to have draw some buildings here. And the mansion's basically pretty much a 3-story, 3-story with a 4th with the nice windows on top, like the attics, with a couple of towers. German Gothic kind of place. There is a stable back behind. But I don't know if you can kind of see that. It's very generic, very bad picture, but it's that over there. Basically, he's kind of on the hill. Those are all trees and everything else behind him.
So that's the mansion
Yep. And that's a hill behind him with
here,
the richer houses up on top.
and then richer houses up here.
And that's all forest and kind of overgrown a little bit in the actual behind the house. And then there's a slight hill going up, but it's actually businesses and stuff are right behind to below it.
Back here, you mean?
No, down where you bottom. Those are the businesses. That's
Okay.
And there's like a slight going up the hill a little bit, and there's actually kind of a walled fence about 5-foot fence going around it, a brick. Yeah, she passed that back.
No, I'm sure.
But eventually you get down there after a little bit, and you see the complex. You do, if you look, you don't have to scrutinize. There are some people walking around the floor, the grounds, and they do seem to be gray boys. Kind of like his security on the actual mansion. Walk the wall. There's some at the gate. There's a main gate into the building, and then there's, like I said, there's woods going up behind, up to some fancier houses on top, and there's a lot of people. Basically, the arena. There's a lot of people out front. This seems to be happening. A lot of things going on, and there are like about 4 other businesses that seem to be close to the mansion. Some of them going into the actual hill itself. So it looks like maybe this, and as you're looking at it, it looks like it might have been a brewing company at some point. Like they put the kegs into the side of the hills to help them keep them cool. So that's kind of what it looks like as you're looking at it more now. It seems like there used to be like this large distillery. He made that to the main compound, and the warehouses and other businesses are basically built into the hill, and on top of the hill is the mansion. So that's kind of what you see. To get up there, there's a road that goes up to the top of the mansion. Again, like I said, the gray boys are guarding the gate. There seem to be gray boys on the mount walking around the top. But he kind of points all that out.
Okay.
Being part of his bodyguards from time to time, he's been able to get in there and know most of the lay of the land. So,
And there are guards scattered throughout the woods.
you'd have to get up there and scrutinize. If you want to do that, you can.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, he says, yes. There are many throughout the forests. And he also has, I would call them hucksters of sorts that they could able to sense when you come that way. I am not aware of this huckster abilities. I know of them, but they have their magic.
I got a glance at Bo.
Well, there are alarms and other such things that could tell a person if they're coming certain ways. I mean, I can detect them if I pull the right amount of cards. I might be able to sense them if we're heading down that path.
Well, I imagine we'll know the hucksters when they start trying to cast
They
spells on us.
They can cast spells, as my sage, like tripwires. So if you sum through a certain area, they'll get a mention in their mind that somebody is in this area or such. Although I don't know one to be that big of a deal. Well, okay, it's hard to do training. So, but I understand that his main man
Got him.
Sweet.
is what you call the voodoo.
Voodoo.
You
Voodoo.
do. The voodoo that you do.
A Bokor?
Hmm?
Bokor? Hungan? Shaman?
Shaman.
Good times.
I think it's a Hung.
The Hugin, like, it's the females, and the Bukar are the males.
Maybe that's it.
Yes, then it would be Bukar. Bairi is his name. He is strong with this dark magic.
He up here too? Around here?
He is always around the corner.
So do you know where a Connor usually can be found inside his mansion?
He looks, he kind of points like that tower in the top floor. There is his main living quarters is up there on top. He goes, sometimes he's in the arena. He could be in the kitchens. He could be one of the businesses. It's hard to tell. But he'll be around. He really seldom leaves the compound now. His last trip to your place was the last time I seen him outside of town. He got one more part of whatever it is he was looking for, and I was politely told not to be coming around for a while. So I'm not quite welcome there. I could probably go in and speak with him, but that's about it.
Well, you want to try this direct route, or who guards these business passages?
There's Gray Boys. There's part of his gang's Pitch Fit Rollers. We're not
Is
really
there a
around.
particular area guarded by the Gray Boys?
Yeah, the front gates. They're down in the arena quite a bit. Got his own men up and about. The Umbrios used to be over there, but he sees it's kind of dark. I don't think they're coming around much anymore. He kind of smiles at you. The other guy looks at you and says, hey, let's go.
I'll hand it to him.
I go,
It's strong, so.
Yeah, I know.
do you know
I don't
many of
drink a
the
lot.
Gray Boys?
Hey.
Do you know the ones, and what were the names of the two that I spoke with? Or did we give me names, or did we have names? I can't remember.
There was Corporal Hicks. That was the ones on the road you're talking about, or the two?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the two you talked to?
The two that I went to the burial with.
Oh, okay. That was...
Smithers and Mr. Burns.
Oh shit.
He sits there and thinks about him.
Would it be good to have a diversion?
He kind of goes, "Oh, I do not know. They weren't really high. They were just regular
Yeah.
guys." He kind of shakes his head. If there's someone lower, there's quite a few of those Gray Boys around. I don't really see much of them. Just some of the higher ups. Those that come into the brothels for their free tokens.
Well, you said something about diversion.
Well, would you like a diversion?
Diversion would be nice, I suppose.
Well, if there's a huckster watching the hillside, if I start going through and taking out the guards on the hillside, then it might draw the attention away from the buildings.
Do that.
Well, we got to find Emily, and I don't know what we're going to do about the Rangers, too. We're going to wait for them, or go do our business first.
I imagine we can wait for them.
All right. We want to scout around a bit, or are we just going to... This is enough?
Well,
How
if
much
you
more
got
can
around
we-
too closer, they're gonna know.
You can go around the edges and see in the forest lines and stuff like that if you want to
Okay.
do that kind of business. I mean, you can watch for a while and just kind of get an idea
Yeah,
of
I
security.
think find a place where we can kind of set up and watch for a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe
Scrutinize.
whoever's got sneak can sneak around and do their thing.
They actually have a small building near there they own. The Black Dragons. So they can go in there and get kind of almost on the roof if you want to look that way.
Oh, okay.
A few blocks away, but at least you can kind of see stuff. If you actually want to walk around, then you can roll sneak and stuff like that too. So, who's going to go in the building and just look, and who's going to try and sneak around and see stuff?
I'm not gonna be sneaking.
Okay, so you're going to kind of go in the building, kind of just scope it out from there.
Yeah, I might.
Actually, if we have a vantage point, we can sit there and observe them.
Yeah, and this is actually the building pretty perfect actually for it. So it looks like they've been doing it themselves. So yeah.
Well, I mean, long enough to see if there's any like guard changes. See if we can see people going in and out of the woods.
Go to the top of the Black Dragon. What's this deer stand for? Hunting. Yeah, sounds good. We'll use that. Why does it face Connor's window? Oh, never mind.
And there's a normal business. As soon as Lou walks in, the guy looks up, looks right back down. What are you doing? Doesn't pay any attention.
Okay.
Basically, you go right through to a door at second floor, and there's basically people living on the second floor. There's a kid out in the thing, and as soon as they're walking up, the kid kind of poking his nose, looking at you guys, dribble down. Mom comes out, big eye, grabs the kid, goes in and shuts the door real fast. You guys go up to the third floor, which is unlocked, and there's basically beds and stuff like that. There's actually one of the Black Dragons just kind of like sitting there, and he's already standing up as you got to come in. There's a chair and like some food and stuff. They talk in Chinese. Brad, you hear him go like, report.
I like pizza.
Yeah.
Would you like some pizza too?
I like pizza. They say, who are these who are these honkies?
Fly low.
Yeah, really, really high low. And he's like, I said, Lopan has decided we're going to use them to help us get in and get what Lopans are looking for. He kind of, oh, okay. He says, this report, he's like, nothing's changed. There's stuff going in and out. He says that weird flying machine has been flying around. That's about it. He kind of nods. He goes, get some rest. He kind of goes
I'll
over.
ask, does it fly around all night or?
Just at night, but it's very hard to hear. But he's been watching it. It seems to fly around this part of the town for quite some time, especially around the compound, it seems. And then it took off. But it has been flying around this area quite a bit. More so than the rest of the town, he thought.
Now, was that the Rangers that had that, or was that the Pinkertons?
Pinkertons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't belong to Carmen. No.
No.
That's the Pinkertons.
He kind of nods. He's like, all right. He tells him to get some rest. He gets up there, and you can kind of see pretty much everything. And there's actually like a telescope and some binoculars sitting here. And he kind of tells you where they're at. He kind of leans up to the side. He takes some of the sake too and drinks it. So,
It's probably getting pretty empty at this point.
yeah. There's some more here, so. More just regular whiskey, though.
I ain't drinking.
Pretty much, who's going to go out and sneak around, or are you just going to stay here and watch?
Well, we were gonna stay here and watch for a bit
Okay.
and get a lay.
So
Figure out.
everybody roll your scrutinize. Since you have the spy glasses, I'll reduce the difficulty. So
11.
okay, scrutinize.
9.
16.
Wait. Oh, wait. I got one pop. I didn't realize it. 14. My bad.
14. Okay.
11.
I forgot an 8 is an 8 on a D8.
Usually.
There it is.
I looked down. I'm like, that's an 8. What? Right?
12.
Okay.
12.
All right. Well, all of you did really well.
Then
Hey,
12
hey.
pop.
No, I rolled 10. I had to keep this.
Plus 2 for the.
He tells you that there are normally about 2 guys in the woods and about 2 or 3 walking around the perimeter, and like a few at the gate on average. But this guy, as you're kind of watching, he's like, no, for some reason, Connor tonight has had a lot more guys show up. And you count 5 guys in the woods, and if you got 11 or better, that's all you need because you're sitting there long enough to watch. They're actually kind of camoed up a little bit, like some branches around them, and kind of got little spots. And you can tell there are 5 guys in there. And they've cleared like an open land, like near the house. It's kind of open from the wall, about 20 feet opening. And there's some lanterns out and about to light up the area. Then you got a little bit of woods for about, 20 yards. They're kind of in there. And then there's another 30 yards of like clear-cut forest. There's some trees, but it's kind of open. Then it gets more into brush and stuff going up to the higher houses. So they've cleared like a little open area in between, and they hide in the brush, but you can kind of see where they're at over time. Then you've got another clearing up to the actual wall. And there's 6 guys walking the perimeter, and they basically do a 2-man circuit around the edge, and basically takes them about 15 minutes to walk the perimeter per group. So there's a guy passing at 3 locations every 15 minutes. They're doing a little patrol. And at the gate, there's 5 guys.
Burgers and fries?
Burgers and fries.
Yum.
Yep, those guys.
Oh,
Of which
place an order.
you do see, it's actually that group of 5 guys you saw at the bridge. That you saw that stopped you for the toll.
These are the 5 at the gate.
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Oh,
They're
There-
mine.
There's 4 of them. This tall, greasy guy that talked a lot, he's not there. But there's 4 of those guys and another guy you haven't recognized before. But as you're kind of watching a little bit, you wait for a little bit longer, and two of the guys you see walk the perimeter are those two you helped bury.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
What?
I helped bury.
You went with them to the
I
burial.
went to the burial.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was the one we buried.
The two guys you buried are walking up to the gate. Okay, this is not good.
Yeah. But you do see them walking around, and they're kind of talking amongst themselves. And they kind of come up the gate. And pretty much they stop the gate, talk a little bit, walk around. There's a back gate over there too. And as you get close to that, you do notice there is like a couple guys sitting there on chairs. They're just kind of sitting there.
That's at the back gate.
Back gate.
They're always there.
They're always there too. Yeah.
They are the back gate.
And there does seem to be some sniper guys kind of up on the arena. There's two guys on the top that kind of walk around there too, and they have long rifles with scopes on. So, and it's almost fairly close with the level of where the house is. It's plateau, so there's somebody, they could shoot somebody coming up the road, or someone, if you got past the wall, they really couldn't do anything, but they could keep an eye out everywhere else. So that's pretty much all you see. They do seem to be gray boys.
I'm pretty sure I can from here.
And then who had a 16? And then who had it above an 11? You all had above 11?
Kind of 40.
Except I had 11.
Okay.
I had 11.
You notice in the tree lines, there's where the guys are, kind of like right past the guys in the grass, past them before it gets into the little clearing before they get to the actual house. You notice there's strange vines and kind of that. It would be kind of that the Blair Witch Project looking things in the trees hanging down, like little stick men and weird looking items kind of hanging from the trees. They look kind of odd. You assume maybe that's voodoo-ish or something, but you do see them kind of hanging about sporadically in the woods all along that line.
I believe there's some sort of magic going on here.
But you do see that kind of noticing.
But yes, I do believe I could hit them. Wouldn't be very quiet though. I don't have a suppressor on this one.
So where's this building at then? that we're at?
You're about 2 streets away.
Oh, it's got spines on
Kinda
it.
up. So it's kind of like they have there on the hill, kind of comes down to actually normal level. There will live buildings. There's 2 streets. Houses aren't very tall, like a 1 or 2 story. And then it comes to where you guys are at, and they kind of start heading 3-story. This is about 3.5 where you guys are at.
So how far away are those buildings?
Well, there'd be about not even 3 blocks.
So that's quite a ways, but how?
It would be like old time blocks. So it's just see how many. Probably a block and a half, really, to the front of the arena.
From where we are now is a block and a half of the arena.
Yep, and then another half block to maybe the edge of the plateau where the house is.
So how many yards would be a block and a half?
Oh, you guys do math? I'm in the body.
1 + 1 is 2.
1 + 2 + 2 + 1. Well,
I could hit most of that compound from here.
Well, I mean, what's the range you've got for your?
Big 50.
It's still only 20. That's 25 or 20.
Look at me. 20, I guess.
20. See, 20 yards is not. It's
Not
not
that
really
far.
that far.
yeah.
But that's just a base of 5 though for your to hit.
Right.
So
I
every
do have the Mauser, and it's got a range of 32. If that helps any.
32.
It's modified. That's the gun I've been working on this whole time.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that what
sniper
you're
rifle.
working?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one we got from the Germans at the very beginning of all those shenanigans. I had it in the shop at what's his name's getting it fixed up. Basically, it's along the same lines as Quigley's. Sharps.
So an average city block is about 88 yards.
88 yards.
It says an average city block is 88 yards. So that's quite a ways.
Yeah, so that's 20 and then 40, 60, 80. So it'll be plus 6 for the, but it's a, he says it's a block and a half.
So say another 44
So,
yards.
so about plus 10.
Yeah.
Never mind. No, I cannot hit them. I was wrong. A little bit closer.
Well,
I think I get him. You take the spyglass down.
I'm good.
Never mind.
but don't forget, if you get a bead,
Yeah, you sit there and
if you
aim.
can get, if you can
I know
burn
it
3
starts knocking
cards,
off
you can
the-
get plus 6 total.
Right, which takes it down to plus or -4 only.
Yeah.
So I could, yes.
Well, and actually with the Mauser, it'd be because
If
that's
it's
off the
32
20.
yards,
If it's off
yeah.
32, so 64, 98, which so that's only 3 increments out.
So that's plus 6.
Actually, I figure it's 120. If it's a block and a half, 120 yards.
Bobby liked the intro music of the screensaver. Apparently, she liked that a lot.
So 4 increments, so -8
So
or
minus
plus
8.
8.
And then to take it.
And then if you get -6,
It would be.
it'd only be at -2.
So technically could. Might take me a minute to do it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
And she sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, when I went.
my thought is
Wow, that
if
sounds great. 'Cause she had it on.
I go sneaking out in the woods and start to make a diversion,
These two guys, nobody else.
once they start reacting,
Pretty
you
sure we
can
were all
start
coming
taking
in
them
just
down.
like that. So
Yeah,
would be a little bit more beneficial to be
that's
closer.
Big help. Yeah.
But
But we've also got a vantage point here.
truth. Yeah, if I could take a bead long enough, I'm sure I could
And
get
that means it'd be harder for them to get to you once you take out the roofs. Then you
Right.
can move
That's how
on.
I got the Brio.
Well, let me get set up then.
Yeah.
Mauser has a tripod. Or well, you know, what do they call it? Two-leg
Bipod.
Bipod.
And they point out there's kind of like a spot over there. They didn't go up the roof. And they got bags up there and stuff you could set up real good. So
Lovely. Yeah, I make myself right at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Set the box of dynamite here.
they had like this big catapult. They're like, okay, put them right here.
You're going to be our sniper for this evening.
Guess so. For now.
Well, you guys spent about 20 minutes kind of watching that. The
Well,
one
they're
guy,
watching, I'm setting up. So
yeah. They have some food brought in with noodles and some other stuff, but it's very delicious. So probably not what you're used to, but
I will be
Pretty
using the Ghost Rock bullets. That also gives me a bonus too.
well, halves their armor if they have armor.
Right.
But I think it does less
Well,
damage.
it's
Well,
one arm.
okay.
It's 1 AP off.
Right.
So if they don't have armor on, then it basically it does less. It does 1 less damage, 1 less dice of damage.
Right.
Well, I won't use Ghost Rock.
Yeah.
I just use the.
Yeah. I doubt
They
they're
all appear
wearing
just to be
armor.
normal guys. They don't seem to have to be wearing armor. But you can have it ready.
Yeah.
If you do see
I'll
something.
just set everything up. We'll have the big 50 ready too, just in case, and
Okay.
make sure all my pistols are good. And I have a quick way down the side.
Well, like I said, you spend a little bit. I mean,
Is there a rope that I can throw over the side and get down the side of the building in a hurry if I need to? Because we do have that wagon, remember, that has the Gatling gun in it?
yeah, that's back at Miss Molly's.
Yeah.
They have a rope. They don't really need it, but
All right.
Yeah.
they have a rope. But yeah, you could use it. But
I'm
like,
sure if I drink enough of that stuff, I probably can do what y'all do. But right now, I'm just a normal human. I got to use a rope.
they kind of laugh a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Put the one guy's like, okay, well, you put it around neck, huh? They're like, push it.
No.
I yank hard.
You forgot
stop
how this
before you hit
works.
ground.
You good?
Easy.
You're good?
Well, like I said, you spend 20 minutes, probably about a half an hour, kind of watching all that. There is quite a few people going in and out of the arena. Apparently, they're having a big fights tonight. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people over there too. A lot of gray boys. It sounds like they're kind of watching. The one guy comes at food and he's like, he kind of asks him in Chinese, what's going on over there. He's like, free drinks tonight. All soldiers, anybody wants coming in, free drinks. You know, they've got foods and stuff. They're even giving chips to some people, so a lot of the soldiers from outside have come in. So it's pretty packed in there of people and soldiers and everything else from outside. He said, so that's kind of the bad thing. And he said, yeah, and he was coming here too, and he saw there's a lot of patrols of normal Confederate soldiers as well walking around. He tells that, I think. Dennis.
Yeah.
All right, snoring.
Sorry.
That's okay.
2 hour day, guys.
I know.
So, if I'm gonna go into the woods and start bringing a diversion, what are you guys gonna do?
Pray for you.
Now don't forget, you still got to go find Naomi and the Rangers. So this was just to see what was going on.
Right.
And there too, if you want to look at the boat or not, or get back with. I think that was it because you guys got everything else. You were just waiting on Naomi and.
Yeah, I'm just setting up the spot so when this does go down, I got everything ready.
Yeah,
to
you're
go.
good to go. That works.
I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about putting anything together. I'll come back down after I get everything set up.
Yeah, it don't take you very long.
Keep my big 50 with me though.
I'm not all that great at distance, but
And it's actually kind of camouflaged a little bit. They've got a little tarp over it, so if it's raining, you're kind of dry. And they've got.
Look at
Yeah.
The gun itself has a leather weathered pouch that sits in it, so I'm not too
Right.
concerned about that.
scabbard.
Scabbard, bag,
I
whatever.
don't know if I'm too comfortable with finding Naomi. She has no problem with me, but I don't know about anybody she's with. But I can track down the Rangers.
And we also got that damn boat we got to deal with.
There's some sort of blood-sucking vampire. I ain't going near that boat.
Why don't we just forget about the boat? I'm sure if there's whatever's on there, if it's going to make a play tonight, it will be here. We'll just have to deal with it
We'll
as
just
it
wait for
goes.
everybody to show up. It'll be a grand old party.
Mm-hmm. And then you have your guys too. So
Yeah, but they're out in the outside of town.
Is your daughter around, Bo? I want to ask her something.
well, she says she'd get back with us eventually, unless she might be back at Miss Mammy's by now. She was going to look into the Pinkerton business, see what it was about. It's been over an hour after we went and talked to David Lopan. Maybe she has some information for us.
Might be a good idea to head back that way then.
And we might want to either head down to the Pinkertons or something like that. I did mention my other daughter that we'd be heading to Miss Mammy's. Maybe she said word there as well. So,
Well, I can head that way and see if Naomi and
Catch him.
Ketchum or your other daughter.
Who's the other
You know,
daughter?
I'm drawing a
Naomi
blank
and
now.
who?
Naomi Poole and. Oh, wait. I think I have them in my folder.
oh, you got him. Perfect. I have to look them on my phone.
Maybe. I might not have put them in.
Did you want to post someone here to just keep an eye on things?
I'll stay here.
Are you staying here or are you heading back?
I'll probably go back with
I'll take them if that's okay.
Yeah.
Copperhead. I want to talk to Pinkerton.
Okay.
Naomi and
So
Marie.
don't forget we
Marie,
got the
that's-
wagon.
So they're
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm going to bring it around too.
So I'll go back to.
You know how to use the Gatling
Madam-
gun, so you should probably go back with them.
I'll go back to Madam Molly's
I
and
do know
see
how to
if
drive a
those two
cart,
have
so.
recorded in.
Bo will go with you, of course, just a bit because it's his daughters. So
Yeah.
make sure they're all right.
So
You're
Bo,
Bo, Copperhead.
Kelvin, and
I thought you were staying on the roof.
not until we get things going on.
Okay. Besides, he can run the wagons.
Right. I got to run the wagon and I need to talk to the Pinkertons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you two are staying
I'll
here.
stay here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys start heading back. Like I said, there's not much going on. You can kind of watch a little bit, but
I am gonna head up to the roof.
okay.
I'm loading all of Kelvin's guns.
Yeah.
Fuck with him.
Let's take this part, pour the powder out.
Click, shit, click, shit. Click.
Yeah.
Oh, man, whoa.
And the moon's coming out. It does seem to be. It's going to be a full moon tonight. So
There's a moon out tonight. Ooh.
Now all the sound,
Where were you
all
gonna-
the
what were you
songs
gonna
from
do,
America World from London start playing.
Sitting up on the roof watching the compound.
Okay.
And if anything changes,
I'll sit up there with them, grab the binoculars, and keep an eye on the mansion.
All right. Well, you guys can roll your scrutinize. You can add your keen and all that to that, and any eye stuff.
So
Four.
what's this compound W?
7.
7. Yeah, you guys do kind of like watch around for a bit. Brad, as you're kind of watching, because yours is spyglass, you don't really hear it, but you do see, like out of the corner of your eye, you do see that basically the, what do they call it, Ulceraptor or the helicopter? Ornithopter.
Velociraptor.
Yeah.
We don't even have to move in.
You do see it kind of like circle around a little bit, and it does seem to like go down up on top of the cliffs. And it kind of goes out of view, but it seems like it went down, like it actually went to land. But you do notice that while you're up there.
Okay.
This is close to the end by the time they're coming back, but you will see that.
Three Stooges root beers, like drinking the root beer barrels, like the Brocks.
Oh,
That's what
probably
they
what they are.
Yeah, pretty much. They probably just
Water and ruby barrels.
Roots.
Just dissolved.
Pretty much you also notice on the streets too, there does seem to be a lot of more soldiers who come into town. There seem to be quite a few down there along with the Gray Boys. But you do notice there are quite a few more patrols of the soldiers too from the division. And if they come up and they'll be watching some of them guys, and if they're not supposed to be there, they're not on a leave, they seem to be squirting them back. So seems like the Gray Boys have brought a bunch of guys from the soldiers from outside in, but there seems to be a bunch of patrols from the Confederate Army coming back, and they're like, no, you're supposed to be back to camp. You know,
damn MPs.
yeah, pretty much a lot of MPs.
Yeah.
So they're gathering a lot of guys, sending them back. So you do notice that too.
Okay. I'm also going to keep an eye on those 2 guys that I know.
Yeah, they walk around, they talk.
Just trying to see like if they ever get done with their job or if they come out or anything like that.
No, they just seem to be patrolling the outside,
Okay.
and they're just doing their thing. They get up the gate, they talk a little bit. The other guy
They're on the
inside,
inside along the gate.
Yep.
Okay.
and when they come up to the group out front, you notice that they are not as friendly too.
So now, is there a point when they're walking where you can get up to the gate casually and just like hail to them?
Not to the gate, but to the wall.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not to the gate, but to the wall or
Yeah,
whatever.
because the wall's
Is
5
it like
foot.
a solid wall?
Solid wall, but it's only 5 foot
wall.
tall with some like they've got like the spikes in it. But you could basically, you could look
Oh,
up
it's
here.
only 5 feet. Yeah, okay, so you could at least poke your head over.
Yeah, and it's got like the little metal.
Kill Rose here.
Yeah. It's kind of like your hi neighbor. So
Howdy ho, neighbor.
yeah, howdy ho neighbor. So
I'm gonna go down there.
now in order to get there, you're either gonna have to try and go up the road and go around the outside wall, but you'll probably be detected unless you're gonna sneak. Is my point.
But I'm not doing anything. Would they actually? I mean, I'm not on their property though, right?
Yes, you would be on his property. The wall is around the actual outside of his mansion, up on the plateau hill. So you'd have to go up the main road, and then it goes around the outside of the compound. So when I draw a picture, does anybody have an extra piece of paper for me, please?
yeah, some good. The Aero time machine. That's what the engine looks like at night. He's actually got it all lit up. It's actually kind of cool looking.
Disney.
Mike used to have a Fiero.
Yep, Ford.
Yeah. Lasted for what? A couple of months.
Yeah, that's for a little while.
I saw a
So you ran the
redone
piss out of
Pinto at the car show in Knoxville the other day. I was like, wow, what a waste of money.
I just want to get a Pinto with a flame job coming from the rear end.
Pretty much.
Movie top secret.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just thinking about that.
Try on. Ding. Boom. That's funny.
Could really take it back and drive a Yugo.
Ooh.
Was that what was that movie? Drowning Mona.
I don't remember that.
It was Danny DeVito was in it. He was like the sheriff of the town.
Who was it?
Danny DeVito.
Oh.
But the town, he was the sheriff. He was investigating a murder.
Mm-hmm.
But the town had been like 20 years previous to the time of or 10 years previous to the time of the movie. Yugo had actually given the town just a bunch of Yugos. So
Mhm.
like the cop cars are old Yugos, but they were free. So they're like, yeah, sure, we'll take it.
Yeah.
But it was like the initial, when Yugo was first getting ready to sell cars in the U.S., they're like, here, let's give this town a bunch of our cars so they can, you know,
Mm-hmm. I think I vaguely
Try 'em
remember
out.
something like that.
yeah.
Yugo cop car. Awesome.
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
It's a Yugo Interceptor. Look out!
They did that in the movie Dragnet with Tom Hanks and
Mhm.
Dan Aykroyd. They kept losing their car, getting it damaged. They kept getting downgraded. A Ford LTD, then a Ford Escort. And then I think the last one was a Yugo. And Tom Hanks like jumping on the thing like, like this is it? This is our car? So they ended up with a Yugo was the last thing they were driving.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You guys.
Cargo space? No, cargo road. Cargo space.
All right. Here.
Oh, there you go.
Casey Affleck was in that.
I saw the one guy,
Bat
but I
Miller.
didn't see Batman. Batman, Steampunk Batman and Spider-Man.
Nice.
They had a whole bunch. They had a
Is that-
steampunk Green Lantern that was really it looks like
got
Alan
them all
Scott, the
over.
Sentinel Green
Okay.
Lantern.
So
Oh, wow.
The funny thing is, the steampunk Batman looks like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, it does.
From
Fat ass fly.
Yeah.
from Mallrats.
Okay. I did take a picture the first day we got there. The vendors were setting up, and they had like a Gotham by Gaslight kind of outfit. And I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of neat."
Okay, so these are Cliff, the
That was
Cliff,
their
yep.
steampunk
raised
Batman
area.
with that huge
Trees.
like, almost
This is the
bat
front
like
gate.
ears.
Yep.
Where
Back
are
gate.
we at?
Back over there.
Right over here.
Yep.
In the wet spot.
In the wet spot.
Wet spot.
Crap, we're in the wet spot again.
So then okay, so all right. Ugh, that won't work. Jamie Curtis, William Fletcher.
Hmm?
Oh, the cast of that movie, Mona, Drowning Mona.
Oh, yeah, there's a picture of Wastelanders. And there's Caitlin in her Fallout outfit.
Her Fallout outfit.
Yeah, Caitlin actually has the Fallout jumpsuit.
Oh,
And she got the gun on display, and then while she was there, she found the Nuka-Cola.
laser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ray gun.
That was theirs, and she bought it there.
Yeah, she bought it. They had two, and somebody was looking at one. She said, "I'm buying that."
Ah,
And it
Oh,
was
that-
funny because when you pop open the back of it, it sounds like you're pouring the Nuka-Cola
Oh,
in. It's got the
yeah.
sound effects. Yeah, we got a lot of looks walking down the street. Stopped a lot, but yeah, walk up.
You can just
be
unplug that if you want.
I'm just messing with it right now, having fun with it.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you guys do that. You guys head back to Miss Molly's.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys are heading back, again, you do see. You didn't notice it earlier, but you're noticing there are quite a bit of Confederate patrols, MPs walking around. Quite more though than you saw earlier when you come back. So as they're kind of walking around, they're just patrols of 5, pretty much walking around. If there's soldiers about, they'll go up, talk to them, and some of them they send on their way, or some of them they escort back. But they seem to be kind of just patrolling the areas. That's about it.
Give them no mind. Hopefully, don't give them no mind. Up.
No, I really don't look at you guys too bad, but they seem to be just patrolling.
Yep.
My dad, sure. I found where you live.
Oh yeah, listen to that.
You get to Miss Molly's. You kind of go into the main lobby. You do see Emily.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
You see Marie and Naomi talking at the kind of at a table, and you see
Guys,
Ketchum and about
Brad off,
five other guys, kind of looking like rangers, pretty road worn, rough looking guys, all kind of sitting at the same table, kind of drinking. So,
Okay.
but they seem to be having an intense conversation. As soon as you walk in, the other rangers basically eye all of you guys as a ranger would be.
Yeah.
Just kind of eyeing all of you. Ketchum basically waves his hand at you. You guys come in.
Okay.
Saunter
Molly's there?
over.
The Pinkerton daughter is there.
She's talking with Marie, and there's about 6 Texas Rangers.
Marie's her sister, right?
Yeah.
I'll walk over to them.
You catch him like, well, if I'll be, at least they got breakfast here. No, I ain't bitter about it.
Morning.
Is it that
Morning.
time? Is it that time already?
Might be time all this is over, Reverend.
Hmm.
Well, interesting story I've heard from you fellers. Or at least that's Marie showed me.
Yeah.
Well, this is Dwayne Hanson. You can't introduce the other Rangers. There's not many in this part of town recently, but we're in luck. We were able to grab a couple there in Memphis and brought it up here and met a couple here. Of course, there's always a guy at the station, but you know, six is about as good as the Confederate Army, I guess.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because Emily's like, well, as I was telling my sister, and Marie gets up, gives her dad, they both a hug, and they're kind of talk a little bit. And goes, Bo goes, well, what about the Pinkertons? He goes, she kind of raises her hand, and she's like, well, Miss Molly has a place for us over here. Why don't we go and sit? Where's everybody else? Where's Cobb and
They're at
Light Work?
They're keeping an eye on things for us.
Oh, she goes, okay. I gather it went okay with the dragons?
For the most part, they
They
do
offered
have
to
the
help them.
support.
Yeah, well,
If we help them.
I trust them as far as I trust them to do my laundry.
Well, unfortunately, the
And they don't do my
situations
laundry.
are what they are.
And Dave's like, I don't think you've ever done your damn laundry. Shut up. It's armor. You kind of go in another room. They kind of sit there and they're like, well, she's like, well, there are Pinkertons here in town. There's actually quite a few. I don't know what's going on, but I was not able. Yes. I was not able to speak with any of them. I sent out my feelers. There's a couple here in town, and all I could find was yes, we got some agents in town for a special mission.
Well, they said they saw your helicopter thing land on the ridge
Okay.
behind Connors. And the ridge is, well, it's strange to say the
Well,
least.
Actually, no. All you had heard was that it was flying around.
Yeah, that
I thought somebody said it landed on
you left. They're staying
Oh,
behind.
my bad. I'm sorry. I thought that was said to the group. Whoops.
No, that was what happened
Okay.
after you left.
Well, I'll mention something about the helicopter. I didn't know it landed on the ridge. I just
Yeah.
they've been watching it. The helicopter, what about that GB? With you got
Ornithopter.
Ornithopter.
right? It's right. It's
Well,
right
I don't. I'm not too sure, but my contact
The horny
has,
chopper.
The horny chapter.
my contact said a cleaning crew is in town. That's not good.
Cleaning crew.
Cleaners are the Pinkerton answer to assassins.
Eh.
You guys have those? That's wonderful. Can you get me a scope?
Which copper? But I do.
Yeah.
That's bad.
There's a cleaning crew here.
That's like the Pinkerton SWAT team is here.
Well, that's all right. We're the what's his name SWAT team.
She's
Not
like,
a demolition.
well, I don't know what they're doing here, but they're here. I couldn't get any details, which worries me too, but this really isn't my neck of the woods. And he kind of grilled me a lot of what I was doing in town.
What working with Connor than Connor himself.
I don't know. I know he's a contact. I mean, maybe they're coming to get rid of Connor. tie up loose ends. I don't know.
Sounds like we're about to have an all-out war, gentlemen.
Well, if rumors are true, Connor might be having some people on his side that aren't exactly normal.
Okay.
As in, you might need to carry silver bullets, type of not normal.
All right.
I don't know if that would interest anything like your group. Or calling in.
Okay, so you're saying he's a werewolf? Because I rolled really high.
I don't know if he is, but he's got some working with him.
And
It's
some sort
very
of hybrid of them as
possible
well.
that he is.
Well, I've heard about that there's been... Connor's been collecting things. I kind of make him my interest after everything that happened, but he's been originally collecting a lot of things with the occult, and specifically about some sort of Swedish
Meatballs.
Norsican
Legend.
yes. Here.
The Chupacabra.
Army of chupacabras.
The Lord Doth.
So keep your goats indoors.
Lord Doth, which he was a Viking from back in the day, and she kind of retells the story of sort of what you heard from them with a wolf. So he was a Norsican, and his father was, and his family, his entire clan was attacked by something they found in England, and it basically hunted them down and started killing everybody off back in the Swedish thing. They were killing off, their tribes. And from what I understand, he made some sort of deal with a Manitou and turned himself into some sort of like super werewolf. I don't know if you know what a werewolf is.
This one's got a cape.
Yeah.
Caitlin Disler just showed up at some point and just showed 3 of the
Yeah.
emojis.
She's actually a friend of mine who is a semi driver.
Oh, okay.
She's using us to keep her awake right now.
Wait for me.
So-
Wait for me. And she's like, apparently he made with some deal with some Manitou, and he was able to turn the rest of his clan through some sort of gift this Manitou gave to him. And the Manitou is a demon for those people at home. And with it, he was able to
You're
control
playing the
them.
board game version.
Now, from what I have been able to do, and Connor was gathering this long before I was involved, but he's been gathering parts of this Doth fellow and collecting memorabilia from him. He's been obsessed with him. So I don't know if that has something to do with it or not, but yes, there has been reports, and she kind of relays kind of what the people have been showing up dead in the wolves and maimed. They're blaming large wolves, and so on and so forth. So I know that's happening around this area as well. I don't know if he's actually gotten control of some sort of werewolves or he's got a couple in his arena. I have heard that he has large wolves that attack people in the show. So I don't know if that's something to do with it too.
Well, it gets better.
Okay. He's dead.
No, apparently a boat arrived with a vampire on it.
Yeah, it's currently sitting in the river, Doc.
Okay. And
Apparently
then Marie was
this
like,
fella has
excuse me, now hold on. Excuse me, now you're telling me there are vampires and werewolves and lions and oh my?
Tigers and bears as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. He's like, well, I know there's such things, but Hedgehog, well, daggum, I know there's such things out there, but gee, many crops. Well, you guys seem to be some sort of damn magnet for this stuff.
I told you that.
Well, when you go looking for it,
Let's quit looking.
for it.
I just want to eat a nice breakfast in peace.
The Pinkertons may have their cleaners. We're the dusters.
Yeah, well, I've dealt with them cleaners. Ain't nothing to laugh at. We might be doilies and dusters, but we're still, I think, ourselves as, I don't know, a couple cannons. That's what we look at ourselves as, but...
Sounds like we got a downright bunch of artillery to deal with this shitstorm that's about to come this evening.
Yeah.
And that's my background.
He turns on the other guy and says, what you got back at the house? Oh, we got all kinds of shit. Catch him? Just like, well, anything to do with, what'd you say, silver? Naomi? Yeah, silver, any sort of that. She kind of lays off a list, and she's like, well, we got some of that stuff from the out west. remember that one feller? And they start talking about some story. You're like, oh, yeah, him. Well, I better go grab up all we can. If this is the case or not. All right. And then she goes, and Naomi goes, listen, I know his main bodyguard's a voodoo guy. Barry, he's from down in Louisiana. He comes from Africa, but he's pretty powerful too.
Heard about that.
Yeah, so then he's got some of Black Dragons around him, protecting him, and a bunch of other guys. Then he's got some gunslinger.
Well, I don't think the Black Dragons will be much help to him right now.
It's one appeasement point for a D4 added die to your pace.
Okay.
And then every appeasement point above that increases the die type that you roll the D4.
Is that how it works, or are you asking? Because I think
Well-
it's every appeasement is another D4 to your pace.
Each appeasement point increases the movement bonus by one die type.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, since I have it with my totem, the totem spirit, use a white chip, and I get Speed of the Wolf
Hey, Mike,
at
Yeah.
my
is there a thing in the game
whatever
about
my
it?
appeasement is.
The appeasement does have like a scope.
But it's also
Oh yeah, Pinkertons are basically big gizmo
medicine
heads.
way
Right. Well, I'm going to ask Naomi
So,
about that and see if she has one available.
between that being my
Not really. I don't really have a place down here for that.
concentration,
Yeah.
But
it's doubled. And then
let me tell you this though: if the cleaners are here, they
They'll
got
have
rotating
one
shotguns. You
has an
understand?
appeasement or has
Rotating shotguns.
Basically,
associated with
rate of
Isn't
fire
that
3.
Isn't that what Cobb has?
So
It's basically a multi-barrel guns.
triples
They're mini guns.
that
Some
would
of them
be
have
15
multi-chambered
points.
shotguns. They can fire 3
I don't
shotgun
know if
shells
the War
around.
Club
I'd like to
lets
have one of
you
those.
that,
Well,
You can get one from
the War
them.
Club has an associated way
But
of
they
I
give
would
away
not.
medicine,
okay.
I mean, I'm not going to send one to kill a Pinkerton.
and since I already have,
Well,
that
let's
association
just see what's
with
kind
my
of going
totem,
on because
Okay.
if I'm with you, you know,
We're
that's
gonna have
going to
to
show
limit
the
that
Pinkerton.
because
They
that's
could be
like
here after Connor.
ridiculous.
Maybe he has.
Yeah, they have four
almost
on like,
two.
with him.
Well, it only lasts
Well, one or the other.
6
I mean, they're not going to shoot down another
but your
Pinkerton,
pace
that's
is
for
like,
sure.
What?
You
Well,
don't
that's
know
the
that for
question.
sure, do
Yeah.
you?
because it's
Loyalties are being tested
one is
tonight.
D4, 6,
Well,
8,
I wouldn't
10,
trust anybody
12,
if
and
I
then at
couldn't
that
put
point
my
it
hand
starts
on
adding 2,
Yeah.
right?
And then
Yeah.
shit.
So it's
Mary's like,
D12 plus
you can
10.
trust me, sister, but I tell you,
Yeah.
them Pinkertons get in the way. They are on Southern soil, and they are out of their league. Ketchum's like, that's right.
That's almost.
As far as I'm concerned, they're foreign soldiers.
Yeah.
So
Because
if you want to try and get them out of here, you can try, but they
Well, you
start
also
pulling
got-
triggers.
Mhm.
We're pulling triggers
You
too.
also have to take in mind there, Texas Rangers, that there might be a few of you in his pocket as well.
I doubt that.
I would say
Well, I
the
don't.
max you could go is 12 plus 4.
Things are very askew down here.
Well,
gonna
that's
be
why
hard
we
to
have a
tell.
few men
Right,
down
if
here
you
keeping
go
an eye on
So
stuff.
again, it's going to be hard to
You're
tell
not
when the
outrunning
bullets
a
start
horse.
flying who they need to be aiming
So
towards.
it's like, I suppose
Well, every
it
ranger
could be
that's around here
possible,
is
but
sitting
it
at
just
this
seems
table,
like that's
except for one
way
back at the
too
main
powerful.
room.
Yeah.
That fella's
So,
too old to give a
let's
shit.
max it out at
So-
plus 4.
If anybody's going to start shooting one another,
If that's
they
okay.
best do it now.
I mean, you got all this piece.
They all look at each other, right? Shooting nothing but any.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
take
almost
care of whoever
broken
needs it.
for the game.
Just
Yeah.
saying,
So-
keep your eyes open, gentlemen. You don't know
D12
what's
plus 4
happening
because
here.
not much else is going to move.
Well, that's a way of Texas
Yeah.
Rangers.
So
Good
we'll
deal.
just do that.
Hmm?
That's going to
Don't touch
my
the Black
call. What do you
Dragons
think,
either
Rick?
for now.
I listened to two different conversations.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
He's got 15 appeasement points, so if he uses Speed of the Wolf with his associated medicine ways, his pace is going to be D12 plus 10
Added to my
That's
base.
just with
added to his pace.
that's just Speed of the Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about capping it off at D12 plus 4 because that's almost. I mean, D12 plus 10. I don't know. What do you think? It's almost like too much, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Because how long
probably
does it
is too
last?
much.
6 rounds.
6 rounds.
Yeah, but so what? I'd have to start at the beginning here. So what?
Okay.
Sorry, Mike.
It's okay.
Actually, question for Mike too. As far
Yeah,
as that
you
goes.
might as well
Yeah.
weigh in on it too.
Speed of the Wolf with my totem spirit of wolf. If I spend a red dot or a white chip,
Mhm.
it pops Speed of the Wolf at whatever my current appeasement is stored in the totem.
Okay.
So, which is 5.
Does
Since
it,
it's
does it
a-
automatically spend all of it, or do you
It just-
choose what you choose
Well, no,
what
it
you
just
spend?
it just spends what's in it.
It doesn't
The
actually
equivalent,
spend.
it doesn't actually spend
It doesn't actually spend it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where using the chip does this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're spending an actual chip.
Yeah. But because wolf is my totem,
Mm-hmm.
any associated any of the war medicine is
Right.
doubled.
Okay.
So that bumps it up to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the war club also has associated war medicine. So basically any war medicine that I do is tripled. The
Okay.
appeasement.
Okay.
So that would, if I use the chip, it would be 15 appeasement points
Okay.
on Speed of the Wolf. Now, Speed of the Wolf is add a D4 to your pace
Okay.
each round. But a point spent above the initial one increases the die type.
Okay.
So starts at D4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for the first 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next 10, actually, if it adds 2, because I think, isn't that what it usually does, is it adds 2 for each level above?
Mm-hmm.
So that would actually add 20.
Yeah.
It'd be a D12 plus 20 onto my pace each round.
So, I mean, what's it? A normal pace is 6, right?
An average pace is 6. A horse has like 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be outrunning a horse for 6 rounds.
Okay.
And I'm like, I think that's a little too much.
How fast is a wolf? What's the pace of a
I
wolf?
don't know. Somebody got the player guide or
Yeah, I got that with me.
the marshal's guide. It might be in here.
Your restless words.
Oh.
Next month.
Moose, dog, coyote, boar, moose, scorpion, Wolverine.
That's
Can you outrun a Wolverine?
Bub?
Can you outrun the Wolverine?
So where would that be at then?
It'd be in the marshal's guide, probably. Because I
Wolf
think those
is the
are
bottom
extra.
one, so
Is
it's D10.
D10. That's its pace is 10?
Yeah, is B is nimbleness. So D pace, no, 20.
20. So that'd be max
So it is
20. So your max would be 20.
Now, does D8, is it D10, D12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then does it go to 20?
I don't know how much higher it goes. Usually, I wouldn't think.
Because I always thought it was like 2, 4, 6, 8, and then you go to your next D10. Or your next.
I don't know if they cap
Die
that
type.
off or not.
I don't remember if they do or not.
Sorry to derail things, guys.
Gotta know all of our stuff before we go crazy.
Yeah.
Better to do it now than right in the middle of it, everything going nuts, and they're like, "Wait, I got to view of shit." Fuck.
Yeah.
How fast can I run?
Well, and that's not even running, really. That's
Yeah.
just straight.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just talking.
That's
Yeah.
just pace.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why I'm like, I think that might be a little too powerful. So I might have to cap that because I know it's cool and all, but it could break the game, theoretically. It's like, well, I have a pace of 20 and I'm going to run, so that's 40. It's like, okay, you're across state lines in like a round.
No, that's still only 40 yards.
I'm gonna go see California real quick.
Still.
I'm back.
In a
I'm
round.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lots of little islands.
I don't even think velocipedes have that.
Wait, 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 wait.
Oh.
And Caitlin says, loving the storyline.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate that.
Caitlin. Where are you at tonight, Caitlin? Where you driving? Oh, well, she told me.
On the
Duh,
road
so I'm
again.
driving to somewhere. She is on her way to Istanbul.
Not
Why'd they
Constantinople.
change it?
Oh, Massachusetts is where she's going.
Oh, wow.
Massachusetts. Or Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Damn it.
Massive two shits.
Do you have a copy of the player's guide by chance?
Yeah.
Take a look and see what it talks about for.
There we
While
go.
we're rules clarifying, don't forget to check out our link tree. Go to our YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. We post all of our live streams on our Facebook streams on there usually within the next day or two after it's over with.
That's
You can go back and relive.
Eventually, yes.
Go back and relive the fun of what we watched tonight.
And then hopefully get some time, start editing, and get some stuff up a little bit.
And in the meantime, you can go back and see a crap ton of them that we've posted throughout the year so far, so you can catch up on other storylines.
Yeah.
Erie,
As well.
Pennsylvania, headed to Boston.
Oh, Boston, hey. All right.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow our YouTube and put the alerts on. Because once we get to 50 subscribers, we'll be giving away Steve's dice. Steve is our roleplayosaurus who's been leaning on his dice all night. He's a little hungover. Partied too hard the night before. Everybody knows Monday night is Drunken Dinosaur night.
Yeah, I don't see where
Here
it
at the Dragon
says.
Den.
Pat and Penny.
I'm gonna keep looking because I know there's a part where they talk about supernatural traits.
I just see the aptitude part. I'm not seeing
Yeah.
it under the raising traits.
Currently, we are live on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. We have returned to our Twitter feed finally. And the Twitter feed is not very good, neither is the TikTok. But our Facebook feed live is our best feed right now. So if you're there, check it out.
Didn't you mean Twitch?
Did I say Twitter again?
Yeah.
Either one. We do have a Twitter, but we're not live there. But you could be, I guess. I guess there is a way to go live on Twitter. I don't know what it is. Something about another app called Periscope or something like that.
Okay.
But you can get to all the links to our social media on our link tree, which is linked to all of our social media accounts, including Facebook. So check that out. Surf around. We do have Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, Instagram. We have a coffee if you want to send us some coffee money.
Well, we don't have coffee, but we could.
We have links to everybody else's links too. So like Wade's YouTube page for his kilted elephant business. Brad's OnlyFans. It's unfortunately defunct.
I don't see it, but I don't think there's an actual cap anywhere specifically in the book. I know it just discusses that once you get the D12, then it goes to D2, D4, or plus 2, plus 4,
I'm gonna
plus
keep
6.
looking because I thought it talked about supernatural. Like if you get to D12 plus 10, then D12 plus. Well, D12 plus 8 would be 20. I'm not sure. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
See what
Well. Anyway, okay. You guys kind of are still sitting around the table talking. She tells you about that. About they apparently have some silverback at their place. Well, what's the plan? What do we catch them like? Well, what the hell's our plan anyway? What are we planning on doing?
do you have it, Marshall's book?
Yeah, I got one right here. Jeez.
I'm needy.
What are you planning on doing around up this? I think you're starting to scare me. You understand that?
I'll let Copperhead explain it.
I'm reading the Marshall's book.
Well, who's this here Marshall you keep talking about? Why's he got so much damn power?
Don't ask me.
Well,
Well, I got the player's guide. I don't have the Marshal's guide. I don't know where the hell's that.
he's married to Penny, and
You got the damn Marshal's guide?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's got it.
All right.
Charlie here. Now he's from Southern Maine. Now
Southern Maine.
Southern Maine.
he decided he just don't like it up there. He decided to come down south.
To Texas and become a ranger.
How's the accent
accept
go? Down to Maine. That's right. They came down from Maine.
Got the hand right.
Got my car, and I said, "This is enough for me. I'm going to be a ranger, and you and I are going to come together."
Bill
And,
Clinton. Shit.
no, it's not.
that's kind of what the South can do for you. That's what you can do for the South.
Now, see, that's well, we're coming together, and it's my plan to. But One of these Southern men on the moon.
Oh.
In search of Mrs. Cramden.
That's right, Mrs. Scramden. All right. Well, as I said, he's a little strange. We don't talk too much about him, but he's good with a gun. That is right. I have seen Bigfoot. His name is Chuck. We met each other in a roadhouse, and he was a bodyguard. And he and I were fighting other guys that were trying to take over the bar. And he was a very good dancer.
And his last name is Jaeger.
Yes.
So we're going to fight Connor, right?
Going to fight Connor. We have the support of the Black Dragons, as long as we help them with the situation while we're fighting Connor. We have support from werewolves, but the real werewolves, not the fake ones.
Engines.
The Native American wolves that are combating the mutated hybrid wolves at the moment. And looks like we might have Pinkerton support. We don't know. We got that and the Texas Rangers.
Maybe a vampire.
And possibly a vampire support. I don't know if he wants to help us or wants to kill us all, but either way, he's going to be there more than possible.
All we want to do is get in, get Connor,
Get out.
Get out.
And get the
Stop.
statue.
turn him in, kill him, whatever.
And bring the girl home.
That's
Save
all our
the-
intention is. That the Black Dragons asked us to get this thing he's creating that they want. We get her. We can get it. Get it back to the Black Dragons. They'll release Julio's sister.
All right. Well, what the hell they want?
Was it a crown?
No. It was
That's
the Buddha.
Oh, it's the Buddha. It's a statue of a Buddha.
A who?
Buddha.
It's from Illinois.
There's no.
There's an Illinoisans? A statue of some fellow?
From Illinois.
Well, in that.
No,
Well, I don't care.
it's further east than that.
Yeah.
If they want some Illinoisan feller, I guess they can have it. I don't know. Man, them folks is weird.
It's a Chinese religious symbol to them.
Of Illinois?
I
No.
believe it's East St. Louis.
East St. Louis?
I take out all 5 Pinkertons. Or all 5 Rangers. And I'm like,
They were actually
we don't have
They
Rangers.
pull off the map.
They've gone back to Illinois.
Is that where all dead souls go with Illinois? I believe so.
Oh, yeah, Galesburg.
All right, so you can find anything, Brad.
That would explain a lot.
All right. For the purpose of this encounter, because you are appeasing wolf and everything else going on, I will allow the 20. You could move the pace of a wolf for this encounter. Okay. All right. And then we can figure out everything else later after this thing. But
And
wolf
if
has
nothing
sent
else,
you
we'll
on
just
this.
Keep it at pace of a wolf. You're not going to be able to move faster than a wolf. But
Which would make sense because that's where you're at. So
Now, Lo,
Oh, 35.
you are the wolf.
20.
okay. So yeah.
Mari says so.
Well, they will go get some equipment from there, but they'll accompany you back to wherever you're headed at. You guys are going to get the wagon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi's going to come with, and so are the Rangers. Moss Molly comes down. She's like, "Well, gentlemen, is there anything else you need? Well, y'all head out.
Just my wagon, man.
We'll get that rousted up real quick for you and all.
Thank
I wish you luck. Good luck, there, Bo. Nice meeting your daughters. Yes, it is a blessing." Pretty much you guys meet all up front. The Rangers,
you.
some of them.
Is Hector there at Molly's?
Yeah, he was because he was with the wagon.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Well, explain to him what's happening.
He's like, well, yeah. So like, how was my sister?
She's good. Good shape.
Good, good. All right. I've been worried about her. Those black
I'll lie my
dragons.
ass off and tell her she looks beautiful.
What?
No, I'm gonna roll my bluff.
Yeah. No.
And as we get ready to roll out, Olaf gives Miss Molly the biggest smooch.
Yeah.
With tongue.
She returns it. Keep yourself
interest.
straight along with them,
Would that be a
sweetie
Swedish
peach ball
gift instead of
recipe.
a
All
French
right.
gift?
You gonna come back to me now? You hear?
Individually.
Indeed. He kind of slaps your panty on the way out, but you guys kind of
Thank
mount
goodness
all up.
Dad's in the wagon.
Some of the Rangers are going to head back to the depot and pick up some equipment. You tell him where you guys are going to be at, pretty much, and you guys here. So are we gonna go grab the dragons, or what are we doing? I'm gonna tell them to meet us there, or
Send a
You
message
ready
over.
to go?
Sure.
and he's not there, so it's up to you guys. So I mean, you can get back and you can tell they can go get them from there because they do have dragons.
Yeah, I
there.
mean, I can go.
Well,
get
we
'em.
take
You
the
just have
wagon
to
back
tell me.
first, I'm sure, and then.
Okay,
we
you gonna do that?
make a
Go back there
decision.
with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check it back there, Olaf. Make sure everything's in good order.
Everything's battened down.
Back to you guys up on the roof. You guys are heading all back.
Those
Yep.
two.
Did we buy any ammunition for the Gatling gun?
Well, of course.
Okay.
You guys are heading back. You two roll your cogs, please. If you have keen, you may add that. Just them.
Who? Us?
Yep.
You
Cog?
Wait a
Just
minute.
Cobb and
Cog.
Manuel.
We're rolling straight
Ten.
cog?
Yep. Add keen if you have keen.
The Gatling gun uses bullets?
I thought it was pudding.
Oh, shit.
I bought a shit ton of potatoes.
That was a big gun.
Makes a hell of a lot of fries.
19.
we're gonna fry somebody, that's for sure.
Brad, you're up on top.
Whoa.
Well, I'm not.
Building
As you're watching, though, you do see basically a shadow, and out of the corner there's like chimney, and you see basically a figure kind of appear in the shadow over there. And
Over where?
like the chimney behind you.
Like a few feet behind me?
It's on the other side of the roof.
Okay, I'm jumping off.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your nimbleness. No, but as you're kind of looking around, you happen to see that there's somebody in that shadow. There wasn't anybody there just a second ago, but you do see somebody like appear.
Okay, now is it on the other side of the roof, you said? Or?
Yeah, like you're like Rob is facing where the little stand is, and you're heading that way. Behind me is a chimney, and it's shadowed. And basically on the other side of the roof, basically about what's a good house? About 100 foot. So about 80 feet back behind you, there's like a casting of a shadow, and you do see there's a figure now in that shadow.
Okay, it's on the roof that we're on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pull out my crucifix
Okay.
and kiss it and then jump off.
You pull it, and you explode.
Oh, it's a parachute.
Yeah. I'm gonna fly up in the air. It's got,
Oh,
a,
no, you
balloon.
got the
It's
big,
got a balloon attached to
He's
it.
got the big hat, the rock.
Predating Sister Patrol by
Yeah.
about 80 years.
Yeah, that's right. The
That-
flying
that
cob.
ornithopter's gonna come
Flying
down.
cob.
The ornithopter's gonna come down and pick me up. Well, I turn around and I'll keep my crucifix in my hand.
Jorge, you Manuel, you kind of see that happening. According
And
to
I
Rock.
probably will whisper over to him as I do that. It's like, we're not alone up here.
And one of that Chai Lu's up here too. He kind of like looks over there. You can roll your cogs again. Not you. You don't have to. You see him, but this is for them.
7.
You look, you don't see, but Shun sees that, and he kind of grabs his bow, like he's got ready to start taking it off.
Okay, I might actually motion to him to hold.
Okay. Well, he kind of does that. You see him like move his feet in kind of a stance.
I go,
You just don't see anything still. So
come out of the shadows. I know you're there.
you do see this. Basically, you see this. Kind of looks like a guy off Assassin's Creed. He's got leather bracers on. He has a heavy black cloak, and it covers his whole face. But he does seem to have some sort of like blackened plate on him, so he actually has some sort of armor. He does seem to have blackened weapons like daggers and swords, and maybe even some guns back behind. You can see the handles, but it's all black, and it's been painted black or something like that, and it's steel. And he kind of steps from the shadows. You still can't see his face, but his hands are these blackened gloves. And he almost looks like a shadow as he moves a little bit, but he comes a little bit out. And he kind of like does this bow, and his hands kind of go out. And you can see more of the weapons, and he kind of like lowers his head and puts his hands basically again kind of like this group like that. He was like,
Like the sleeves are long enough that they come together, type of thing.
Yeah, no more the bracers. He can
Oh.
kind of hold them, but he kind of holds them like this. He's like, "Good evening." He has a very thick Romanian sort of accent, Western Europe.
So let me guess. You're the vampire?
He kind of tilts his head a bit. He goes, "I am associated with that, Mr. Father Cobb."
Meaning which what? You haven't gotten a degree yet in it?
I am well suited in teaching you a lesson if that is required.
Well, last I knew, I gave the last one a good lesson himself.
He was a youngling, and if he had himself imprisoned the way it was, then he deserved what he got.
All right, so no hard feelings then.
None whatsoever. I am merely here to make sure Connor's plans do not go to fruition. Something earlier was stolen from my master,
Boy, Connor's an asshole.
and he wishes to have it back. So this does not happen again.
Ah, so you're not the master. You just work for him.
We are all lucky the master is not here. Dracula has many pressing issues. And it does feel very cold up here, too, as you're kind of standing there. You feel that fear level's gone up.
Go. So, and why you decided to perch on our little rooftop?
I saw you were standing up here watching the prey, and I decided to take a closer look. And when I did, I recognized some information I had gleaned. Cobb, a Manuel, follower of the wolf, the true wolf. And then this is, and you are one of the blessed, one of the enlightened.
He's referring to the Chinese guy,
Yeah,
right?
it goes like that. And he goes, he kind of just nods. He goes like, you are family to Kang. He just kind of nods a little bit. He's like, regardless, I have no ill towards, nor does Dracula upon you. There is something Connor's people have stolen from him, and it's slain some valuable people that were important to my master. I am to reclaim it so that it shall never, ever find the light of day again.
All right, well, it seems he's stolen a lot of things.
He has.
Imagine you can just get in line like the rest of us.
I plan to, but there are things that keep me from entering Connor's establishment.
You weren't invited?
No. You kind of hear that little smile.
I wouldn't actually know that.
Yeah, he's like, he laughs. He's like, no. No, I wouldn't.
I go, well, we haven't been invited either.
Unfortunately, Connor's had those lands blessed, which you're all familiar with. I am unable to attend that area.
Well, that's good knowing.
But if you can bring anyone outside of that, I can easily take care of them for you. Or help you get into certain locations.
You want us to go in and drag everybody outside?
No. I am merely saying that beyond that wall, they are fair game to me.
There you go. So what exactly is it that you're looking for?
Connor has finished his desire to reunite Lord Doth's crown. With it, he can control all lengthropes and create them. He will easily create an army of the kin like he did back in the Dark Ages to try and kill Dracula. It took a great bloodbath to stop him. He does not wish to see that happen again.
What was that last part? What was the last part there you just said?
It was a great bloodbath.
Right before that.
Back in the Dark Ages, there was a great bloodbath. They killed many of Dracula's people and others. It was a great war. The crown is the last bits of Doloth, and whoever shall wear it shall have the powers of he. And in fact, Dracula believes that with Doloth's return, he himself will manifest upon whoever wears the crown and take over again. His very spirit will be probably coursing through this Connor, a dual symbiote existence. I doubt there is much of this Connor still in control.
I go, are you able to sense who are werewolves?
To a degree.
Was there any of them out here beyond this fence?
Oh, yes. He points down to them. I can smell their stink. He points, he kind of looks over towards the arena. There's a great stink of them over there. And there's a stink of them at the gate.
Go.
There are some in the woods as well.
Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, if we get your little crown back, can you keep the ones in the arena occupied?
I will do my best, yes.
You do
And he
that-
kind of like pulls his blade out. And you see like there's silver and kind of engraved. I did not come unprepared.
No, I imagine you didn't come all this way unprepared. Except for the fact that you couldn't get into the mansion, but you know.
Yeah, well, hey. Who would have thought, like, all right, now I'm a man of town, but let's bless this ground.
Then you're gonna give it a week, so.
Yep.
I go, like I said, if you can keep them occupied so that we can get inside, we're already getting one trinket for somebody. We can get your trinket too. But after that, you're gone.
I am only here for this. And the last thing I want to do is step foot in this cursed country.
Well, I'm glad you think that.
You know, bring me the crown, or break it into pieces more, and bring me peace.
I'm pretty sure we can arrange that too.
Silver is its greatest bind. But know this, if the pieces are fully assembled, it will be a great and powerful force.
Well, there's not much I can do about that if you can't get inside with us, so.
Do you have a way of unblessing a ground?
Let Cobb run, or let Bo run across it.
Yeah.
Let Bo piss all over.
Well, I found a hole. I can make it uncrested.
He goes, it's not my blessing, so I can't do anything about it.
Let's see. There is a witch doctor there, too. He has enchantments across it as well. If you enter there, they will know.
We're well aware of that.
You nod. Kind of an appreciation. Oh, very good.
It's got pretty much everybody represented here.
Very well. He kind of looks at you and he kind of goes, there's also the stink of your people out in the woods. They're here in the city as well. I will have no qualms fighting them either. If you have any say in them, we will not attack each other, if that is all right.
Very well.
Return with the item, and I will meet you in the streets or somewhere and take the item from you.
We can meet up here on the rooftop.
Very well. And he kind of steps back and he does that shadow walk where he disappears.
Just thinking of the
Then you guys kind of ride up. Yeah.
Boondock Saints.
Oh.
when the detective is describing there was a huge
All right. You guys ride up in the wagon just right soon after he disappears.
Park it in the street.
Chinese guy says something, but
Don't forget the emergency brake.
He says something in Chinese, but it means like vampire in their term, you know. So he's like, what do I go?
Penguin.
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 The penguins of death.
So scary.
Picnic.
Picnic. Oh, I hate that.
penguins, I'm outta
Hiya. Oh. Okay.
Anastasia just shared a vampire minion.
That's it. Blah.
A little vampire minion. Man, that would be frightening.
Banana.
He would do whatever.
All right. Well, you guys come on in. Come up the stairs. You go down. You stay up here.
Probably going down, I guess. That's fine.
You know, you kind of meet in the thing.
You.
Pretty much only Naomi and Ketchum. The other Rangers kind of spread themselves kind of off a little bit, can kind of keep hidden so it didn't look too obvious.
So is it just them, or is it Ketchum and Niobe here too?
Ketchy, Marie, and Niobe, they come on up.
Okay.
They're with us. Yeah.
But the Rangers are off a bit, and then Ketchum will go meet up with them when it's time to do whatever. So
Okay.
yeah, there's nothing like a bunch of about six or seven Texas Rangers right up to a house, get out, and walk in the building.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong there.
No.
Well, nothing worse than 6 of us walking up there.
Yeah,
going,
well, you know.
I'll tell Hector to keep hitting the wagon.
Okay.
For the Ectomobile, the Mystery Machine, and the Impala all showing
Yeah.
up at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
The 80s van, the kit car.
Walk in.
Yep.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Anything new on the roof?
A little bit. I see you brought Ketchum with us.
Howdy. Found me some breakfast, you son of a bitch.
Well, I see you finally showed up.
I did too, and I got reinforcements here, Marie.
Oh, I imagine you were going to tell us not to do anything.
Oh, hell no. We're going to go kick some ass, boy. I got 5 other Texas Rangers ready to itching to go in and bring that Connor to justice.
Well, I had done inform them about what was going on, so they know what not to shoot at and what to shoot at.
Well, got another one to add to your list.
Oh,
He goes, remember that boat?
the one with the vampire on it.
Yeah, he's some sort of vampire, but he's not the master vampire.
Did you go to the boat?
No, he came here.
Oh, wait. I look outside. It ain't dark out yet.
Yeah, it's sunset.
Yeah, it's
Or was it sunset?
Yep, it is
Oh.
sunset.
well, like I said, I don't know
It's
exactly.
not darkened up out yet, I guess.
I don't know exactly if he's a vampire or not. He was had quite a bit of weapons, silver weapons with him. He had something about him though.
What do you want?
Well, pretty much like the Black Dragons. They want a crown.
Well, aren't we just a bunch of fucking artifact finders?
Well, actually, yes, we are, because that's what we do for Felix.
Yeah. Well, I should say, well, I guess our job for Felix is just grown more than ever.
Reckon yay.
So we have to find a crown and a Buddha.
That's right.
Maybe we'll get lucky and the Buddha's wearing the crown.
Could be.
And
And it was like, oh no, that would be bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, bad. Oh yeah, we're going there.
He says if Kana's able to put this crown, it may be in pieces, but if he gets it together and he wears it, he's going to have control of all these werewolves, and he's going to be quite powerful, and he's going to be the son of,
wolves too.
some other werewolf or something like that.
Well, he said he's been changing recently. Like I said, he's in charge of the Gray Boys now. Yeah, I recall that's what Marie was saying. He's been changing his whole outlook and stuff lately.
Sounds like you might have already put it together.
Well, either way, he says there's werewolves in that arena. He says he
And in the woods.
and in the woods, but he's gonna help fend off the ones from the arena because he can't step into Kana's mansion or even beyond the walls.
Well, that's interesting. Why is that?
That's because it's blessed.
What?
Well, he says it's blessed. Apparently, Kana's got every single person in the world working for him, at least at one point or another.
All that nastiness on a blessed lamb. Isn't that interesting?
Well, all it takes is him to pay off some priest to come in, some blessed priest to come in and do it. He may not even know what it was he was blessing, other than some rich man's mansion.
That's true. You could have said, well, this is for the children. I'm going to build them an orphanage. Oh, come bless my house.
I blessed my own damn house. Who was that said that? Was that Ketchum or was that Bo?
I think I think it might have been Bo. Yeah.
Well, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to have a blessing wherever we want.
It doesn't work exactly that way. If you want to spend a week, I can put a blessing around this place, but we ain't gonna get very far.
I'm pretty sure we ain't got more than a couple minutes.
Well, either way, he's gonna be dealing with the ones in the arena, so hopefully that will take some pressure off of us.
Well,
And where do we come in?
Huh?
He's like
The Black Dragon.
Black Dragons, and what of the Black Dragons? Hey, what about the Black Dragons?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You want us to come in
that-
with you,
no
or
one's watching.
It's in the Dance
Yeah.
with the devil in the pale
Pale
moonlight.
moonlight, yeah.
Me. We ought to have them
Well,
watch the gates so nobody comes in after us.
the ones.
there
at the
will be
gates are
more.
gonna
There
werewolves,
will be
too.
more of us. I'm saying, Chai Li, and Han Chen will be coming with you guys.
As I say, if we can take your heavy hitters with us, the rest of your gang can help. Because there's 3 other buildings here. There's 2 other buildings other than the arena. If they can control the street out in front of the mansion,
Right.
that road, if they
Keep
can
it-
do that, then
You
that will
got it.
take some of the
Keep
pressure off
Yeah,
too.
keep our back door covered. That'd be great.
As we go in.
And then we can just send Manuel in for the rest.
That's right.
Okay.
Amen.
Man, we'll have to just drive the wagon in with.
Okay.
Actually, let's get that ornithopter and just airdrop Manuel
Yeah.
into the middle
as
of the
you guys
compound,
are-
and when he comes out and waves at us, we just go in and get this.
As you guys are talking, the guy that went and got you food earlier, he yells back, says, "Hey, there's something going on at the gate."
Go up to the roof.
Yeah, go
Yep.
up to the roof.
As you're at the gate, you do see some, basically this coach goes up to the gate. It's all black, and there's a bunch of guys on there, all in coats. They look like that,
Oh boy!
and black coats and everything else like that. Naomi's like, "Oh God, those are the cleaners."
Oh, the cleaners.
And they ride up the gate, counting this coach. And they came down the road. He said they were in this coach that came down the road from the top of the hill. And they run up the gate, and they're talking with the guys at the front.
I
And
believe it's time to go, gentlemen.
they pretty quickly let them on through, and they start going up to the main house.
Well, exactly. Who's the cleaners anyway?
They're Pinkertons. They're basically an assassin squad. They basically
just
clean
got
up messes
let in,
that
so
the Pinkertons have left
We're gonna
or
be
need to be
fighting assassins.
silenced.
Well, how the hell did they just get walk on in?
I don't know. I knew they were working here, but
Well, aren't they working for you?
Well, no. Well, I don't know. I figured they're here to take care of Connor, but they just let him in the front gate.
obviously Connor controls them. See, dear, I told you, gotta keep an eye on things.
Well, I know, but they're supposed to be.
Everybody take your positions. Shit's
Well,
gonna
Connor
have to go down
helped
soon.
helped the North recently, so maybe I don't know. Oh, God, I don't know.
I go.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
Well, this is like Charlie's like, well, it's going to take some time to get the men ready.
I'm taking my position anyway.
Whatever the cleaners doing, they're on their own. If they're working for Connor, we'll deal with them when we get there. If they're not, they'll either be dead or alive when we get there.
I'll ask one of the Black Dragons. Do you have any idea where in there he might be keeping that Buddha you're after?
Charlie's like, I bet it's in his office. He has a safe up there,
Probably with that crown as
safe.
well. No.
walk-in safe, but it's on the top floor. It's reinforced next to the chimney. If he's got it, it's up there,
It's on the
or it's in the
on
basement. He's got another one in the basement.
It's in the Four Seasons room.
But something like that, he'd want to have it close to him. I bet it's up in his main office.
I need to stick a dynamite.
Yeah, just open the crate. Here's two. Have a good day.
One, yep, thank you.
Okay.
Well,
I'll probably look for a satchel or something to stick
Oh, they
in.
got one
Actually,
there.
he would tell you that the dynamite's in the wagon
Okay.
next to the gallon gun.
shall I head up to the tree, into the forest and distract them?
The one guy says, "You'll go get the men," in Chinese. The other one guy basically runs out, and he basically does this like he puts his hand in the ground, and like you almost feel the dust, like in the Japanese movies, where like he does like that, boom, and he like runs right out the door. And it's like, what the hell was that? But you've seen it done before. They use their chi, and he basically zips out the door, about like you're about to do.
Who's always doing it.
The what?
There's a guy in the 30s who's always doing that.
I do a quick prep on my sniper.
You can head on up. That's fine.
Well, we're already up there. So
Yep.
Just,
Well, we were down talking in the main room,
I thought we
so
went to the roof.
nope, we were down in that main room.
Thought we went up to the roof to see the wagon get unloaded.
No, there were windows there in the.
Oh, Excuse me. Well, I got to the roof.
Yep. You can go up the roof. They were up the roof. They came downstairs.
Right.
And then we talked.
I'll go to the roof now.
All right, good.
Get my sniper position ready.
I'll go down and start working my way around to where I can
Somebody
get
get me a sign of when to start shooting.
Where do we put the wagon?
Aim
If
the
I'm
wagon toward
operating the gun, where is the wagon parked?
wagon's parked
next to
in
the
front of
building.
the building right now, but it needs to be used as a maneuverability situation.
So basically, where are you guys heading and what you doing?
All right,
Who can drive a wagon besides me?
not me.
I mean,
Bo does.
do you have silver bullets? Do you have
Yes.
a bunch of silver bullets?
Yes,
All the
and
wagons.
Ketchum gave you guys each. He went and got basically 2 rounds each, so you got 12 silver bullets.
Plus, there's 2 boxes for each one of you.
So go ahead and write those down.
Of what, 44 pistol
Whatever-
ammunition?
whatever kind
He
of
had
size.
shotgun
Yeah.
shells. They've got 5
He has shotgun
He
shells?
has 5
Okay.
shotgun shells.
I got ammunition built in silver for everybody's guns.
Mike,
Yes.
this is a road up the.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna go up the road, and then come down from.
To the upper of the
Uphill.
yards. Okay. I'll go ahead and roll your stealth as you're kind of heading up that way. And as you're coming up, there's gray boys walking around, and there's other.
Are they out on the main road?
There'll be some guys just walking around, so you can use your stealth to kind of keep out of
Don't
the
have a
way.
rifle.
They had a shotgun.
Well, so you got shotguns too?
Yep.
Okay. You said 2 boxes?
I'm gonna go down to the wagon,
And you would've had a box
grab that
of
satchel that they let me
Ghost
have.
rod,
Yep.
depending on which
Put
one
a
you
couple
want.
sticks.
I already
a
had
few sticks
ghost
of
rod.
dynamite
Yeah, but
in
you
there,
have
Yep.
and then I'm gonna
I-
load
I-
my
I'll-
single action revolver.
I'll have
with
this for
silver
5
bullets,
years. So
Okay.
because that's the one I can actually
stick that
fan.
somewhere else.
Gotcha.
But the other 2, I'm just gonna keep regular bullets.
Okay.
Actually, I'll use.
So I got
the-
a 15 for my sneak.
Basically, there's guys right there, and the one guy just looks right at you like, "Yeah, I think you're." I thought I saw an Indian. And you go like, "You drunk? Yeah, you drunk, man? You drunk?" Indian.
What we say the ghost rock tip bullets are the armor piercing. What about the powder bullets?
Those
Did they
go farther, I thought.
The what?
increase
Ghost
the
Rock
range,
powder.
Yeah.
or was it the actual damage?
It's just more bigger damage, extra dive damage.
Because all the
dive
Ghost
damage,
Rock
that's what I
bullets.
For the ghost powder?
Yeah, if the ghost rock bullets are ghost rock tipped, it's armor piercing.
Yeah.
If you've got ghost rock powder in them,
In the
it's an extra
gunpowder.
die of damage. So instead
Okay.
of 3d6,
Kelvin, okay, so here's what Kelvin did prior to all this going on. Everybody, for every weapon you have, has 2 boxes of silver bullets. You also have a box of ghost propellant bullets
Okay, that's
that he
different.
gave to you as well for one weapon that you have. So he would have asked
Alrighty.
each one of you
Already had it
prior to
first.
that, which one do you want for, you know. That was way back when we were first getting things situated when he was buying up ammunition. So
Okay, so black dragons are going to interfere in the street, right?
Yep.
Okay.
they let them know that
and their heavy hitters are going to join us coming into the compound.
to let the Black Dragons know that they will have a vampire assistant in the street.
Yep. The vampire is going to basically go to the actual arena, and he's going to play a little fun in there.
Dennis, can you hand me that back? Goodies.
Mhm.
That's supposed to have-
Can I get chocolate goodness?
Today is my last day.
You're going to stay on the roof
Vacation.
and sniper.
For now, until
Okay.
they start moving, and then I'll come down and go with them.
Okay. And then you're going to move the wagon up in the street, pointing
You want
where.
me to? Do you want me to shoot and then move the wagon, or do you somebody else want to move the wagon?
Well, I got to know who's going up to the compound, who's going to the house. Because if you're going to stay in the wagon, you're probably going to be out in the street doing other stuff. So
I'm going to the house.
you're going to the house.
Got to get the boot.
Manuel, you're going up to the house, right? You're going to go up to the tree line. I assume Brad is.
I'm assuming
Bo's
we're
coming
gonna-
with you guys along with Naomi.
I'm assuming we're going to run the wagon up right into the front of the house. I mean, right up into the place.
Naomi and Marie, do you want all the Rangers to ride up with you guys, or how are we going to do this?
Here's how I view it. I'm going to snipe out as many as I can to start. Literally, key important.
Well, we don't know. They might, if they're even going to put up a fight. I mean, we're the Rangers. They might not even want to mess with us.
Once I take down what needs to be taken down, then we'll just ride right in. I guess we'll take the wagon, drive it in, turn it sideways, and just unload.
Just clear our path.
Yep.
If anything big comes at us, take it down. But otherwise, just clear us a path.
I can.
Well,
The Rangers could ride right in with us.
crowd the field,
The
gentlemen.
ranger is going to ride with you guys, basically kind of like clearing the path. You're going to basically try and shoot your way in.
We're gonna begin now taking a beat.
Who are you going to take a beat on?
Whichever looks like a sniper position for them.
Now, there's 2 guys on the arena building.
Right.
There's the 5 guys in the tree line.
Right.
As you're up there, too, there is a guy up on the roof, kind of like in a little glass tower. So you see him walking around up there in there.
Which one is closest to the front gate?
There's 5 guys at the front gate.
But as far as a raised position, who's closest to the front gate?
The
The
arena.
arena people?
The arena people would be closer, yes.
Okay, then I'll take a beat on one of them to start.
Okay.
So when I get the signal,
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop one. And I'll hope I drop the other.
Okay. So, here's the arena. Here's our
Said one
Starting.
box of powdered.
The gross rock powder.
One box.
For one weapon, whichever one you want it to be in, because it's too expensive to buy multiple
Yeah,
for multiple. Do I need to roll shooting?
Nope. We're just here. I'm doing some other stuff first.
I guess I'm kicking off the fun.
Well, hold on. Okay, so I need to know. So the wagon is just going to sit downstairs. Olaf, you staying in the wagon then? You're
Yep,
not going
I'm
up
in
there?
Yeah,
Okay, you're staying in the wagon. You're waiting for
With-
him to
with-
come down.
with
You
Steve-
can move it
with
up,
the-
sir. There are the Black Dragons could run the wagon. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
I'll let them. That's fine.
So they can move that right up in the street. Park it so
Yep.
you have opening. You want to be closer to the main gate, or do you want to be closer by the arena? Where do you want to be at for your wagon? There's the map right there. You really can't get a shot into the courtyard because of this position unless you're up in there. But
what is 5 the main gate or is 2 the main gate?
5 is the main gate.
Okay.
The arena will have most of the soldiers, and like the other guy said, there are a bunch of werewolves in there. That's what the vampire said too.
Mm.
Mike, I spent 2 chips. I've got 4 consecrated shotgun shells for werewolves.
Okay. Very good box.
Might as well take another one because
Oh.
I'm popping Spirit Warrior.
I'm gonna no.
So, where did you go?
Gonna cover the front of the arena.
Okay. Right in front? You're going
To
to be
start.
over here. Right over here or here? Yes.
Whichever side is the closer towards the main.
There you go. So you can we'll put you right here.
Okay.
And you can pretty much march up and down the street.
Right.
And then you might be able to get something on the road if you had to. Okay? But pretty much they park you there. A lot of Black Dragons are there.
Make sure the steam's all stoked up on the thing and ready to partake.
Yep, you get all loaded up, everything else. You do notice there's a bunch of guys walking around the streets. A lot of great boys are in there. There's a lot of rowdy soldiers and stuff like that's going on. Okay, you head up the tree line.
Mhm.
Kind of get in position. And then how you guys just going to ride your horses on up to the gate? How are you guys doing that?
I'd probably just be in the wagon.
Wagon's out front. It's easy in the wagon out the
I get to shoot the starting pistol.
He was going to
Brother.
ride the wagon.
That's going to in
Actually,
front of the arena,
as soon as
or
I
that's
get
going to
up
be up
around,
along
I'm
the road
going
to
The arena.
Okay, so
I mean, if you want to take the wagon up there, then they could do that.
we don't have silver bullets for it, so for right now.
Nope, it's just regular old
I wasn't listening. I was doing other stuff here, so I don't know who's going up to
If
the
you
gate.
want to take the wagon up, one of his 2 main bodyguards can drive the cart.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. If you want to bring the wagon up with Father, and he can fire that thing from up on top, that's not a problem.
And I think the rest.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
So just tell me what you were planning
Rob's
on
going to
doing.
be on the roof.
Yep, I know that.
Okay, he's going up to the tree line.
Know that.
They were going to park the cart with him at the Gatling gun down on the street until it's time for us to come up. The Rangers and myself were going to ride our horses right up to the gate,
Along with Naomi and
along with Naomi and Marie, and just ride right up to the gate and try and shoot our way in.
Okay.
Manuel will help you load. You kind of show him how to load, so you can keep the thing loading.
You mean Julio?
Julio, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, wrong.
So you could ride up the wagon with him and just
How far away from the wagon up the road is it?
I dropped the Twitch stream because she said that the Facebook was getting glitchy.
Oh, Facebook was getting glitchy.
Yeah.
Did it
It's
get
probably
better?
too much drain.
After we dropped it?
Don't know.
It's probably this with him with all this running. It takes a lot out of the
Yeah.
system. So, okay. Okay.
So how far away from the main road up to the gate is it?
From the wagon,
Yeah.
I'd be probably a city block.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll ride with the whole.
Unless you want the wagon to come, then you guys can all ride up on the
No,
wagon.
because it'd probably be more beneficial at least at first. Because if there are werewolves up there, the Gatling gun may not do a whole lot.
Right.
So.
So when I get up and around, I'm gonna search out for one of the guards and try and sneak up on him.
Okay. Go ahead and
So
roll.
do I need
Stealth?
to look for them? I had 22 on my
You
stealth.
remember where they were.
Okay.
So yeah, you can reach up on them, and they're basically kind of just looking around. You see the one guy. There's basically 5.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Yeah. Right down the middle.
right down the middle guy.
One.
Okay. All right. He's just kind of there, kind of eyeing up the fort. He doesn't see you at all. You sneak right through. Doesn't see a damn thing.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna swing because
Okay.
figured that was how the best way to start it is just we'll
Okay.
take out one of the guards and
Go ahead
see what
and
happens.
we'll just go ahead and is there? You can do a sneak attack first, right? You can do a sneak attack first. Okay. So he failed his to see him, so he just rolls an attack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, 9 was the
Okay. So you
Bet.
hit. Yep.
and
I'm making sure my horse is parked on the
19.
street so that way. I can-
Oh, okay. Well, you needed a 5, so
Well, it wasn't quite good enough to.
no, you don't get a
Wasn't good
raise.
for a raise.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So go and roll your damage. If he starts to attack, Rob, you're eyeing a guy, and you see out of the corner the other guy. Something peers out of a shadow and basically slices him
Who?
on the other roof on the arena.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I will
Basically,
not lose focus.
yeah. Out of the shadow, you basically see movement, and
One of those killer Krampuses.
Yep.
I can just say to myself, that must be that vampire.
26.
26. So I would be 6. He's still in human form, so that would be 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's 5, isn't it? No, that's 4.
How much was the damage?
26. That's 4.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go into quicknesses. Everybody roll quicknesses.
Nineteen.
Same here.
17.
21.
5.
So 5 for you.
Two 19s. Paul.
City,
5.
5. So,
Two cards.
2 cards. What about Bo?
Ooh. That's the red joker.
22.
Black.
That's black.
Oh.
Yeah, did your highest, that and the highest
Yeah, you
card.
got pitch both of them.
Said Bo had 22.
Yep.
Poor
Like the bumper damper damper jammy
Poor
jammy.
Olaf is doing something else and not paying attention to what's going on.
He's thinking about them Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
Boy, that sure was a nice.
Oh boy. So
He's like, this is how you operate this machinery. You just push this little button and it all falls apart. It's like, oh shit.
Fuckery.
Oh, meatballs. Oh, I gotta get it all back together.
okay. All right. Aces.
Where are we at here? I got aces.
Okay. So this is Bo. Bo has the diamonds. And then this is your side.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Rangers just yeah, and they start riding.
Okay, so that's just our movement then, right?
That's our movement.
So this, I'll stick mine up the sleeve.
Yep. So you guys start riding up the road.
I'm trotting like Sherlock Holmes in a second.
little tiny
little
mule.
donkey, little burro.
Come on, horse!
No time to waste. Playing 2 mules for
My
assistance
horse
there.
has got a brace on one of his legs. too.
Yeah, yeah. Your horse has-
That's some lame burl.
All right. Okay, aces. So you got who else said that was it? Okay, so then we go to kings. All right. You have first there,
I
Rob.
got hard.
Oh, you know what Kelvin's gonna do?
All right, shoot.
Pow! $15.
Okay. You hit with a raise. 2 raises, isn't it?
Well, it'll be 15
It would be just one for the range.
with
Okay.
all the adjustments for distance and everything else. So,
So D20.
4.
Not the 4.
In the leg. Okay.
Actually, well, you got 1 raise.
Yep.
You could put it in the lower guts.
Lower guts it is.
Okay. That's good.
Damages. $35.
35. Yep. So basically, he like turns around like, what? And because that shadow thing is like,
Slink.
yeah, it's basically
Off his body.
disemboweling the other guy.
Yeah.
And you shoot him right in the guts and he crumples down. He's dead. Okay.
One down, 1 to go.
All right.
1 to go, 1 to go.
All right. Who had the next king?
Hearts.
You guys basically are breaking into the road and you're starting to move up that way. Now you're 20, so that's basically has to be 40. So that's
For what?
further movement, 40 yard. That'd be 40 yards.
The horses have a pace of 20.
Yeah, so 40 because they're at a gallop. So, and then how far was it up there? I said about a block.
About a block, so that's 88 yards. So
88 yards. So they almost get up to the
2
gate.
rounds, basically.
Yeah. So next round you'll be at the gate, but you're heading up the road, and the other guys are kind of like they're all just talking.
So we're still at least 10 yards away, over 10 yards away.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, not a whole lot I can do. Well, how far away are we then?
You'll be almost to the top of the road, almost up to the gate. You'll probably be in with what 20 yards, about 10 yards by the end of the round.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you're
within 10
the end of the round.
Well, the movement. So yeah.
Well, the movement movement's not like every single act. There's actions and there's the round.
Okay.
You know, so we've doubled the space. So
Yeah,
we've
after
already
this
done all our
round-
movement.
Yeah. after this round, pretty much we'll be right at the gate.
Okay, so they're about halfway there, basically, as it's going. Is that how that
So
works?
how far away from the gate are we?
Probably 40 yards at this point, at the beginning of the round, right? You're galloping for full blast. I'm trying to figure out how to play this.
Yeah.
So
Because at the beginning of the round, we were 88 yards away.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're about 40 yards away from the gate.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's people on the road. You're coming out, catch them is basically get the hell away. I mean, there's some people standing there. They all look like what the hell, you know.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to use persuasion or overall, you can basically clear the road. It's just some people walking down the street. Or
No, I guess I'll forfeit that one
okay,
because there's not much I can do right
You already
now.
have one up your sleeve.
I've got one up my sleeve.
go ahead and make a ride roll then to make sure you don't ride over anybody.
Everybody?
No, yeah, you too. Yep.
Oh, I'm just gonna ride over them.
Yeah, I don't care. 7.
Yep, one.
Okay. Well, you slam into some lady, and she flies off to the side. She's like, ah! Took a wound. But you kind of stumble back a little bit, Brad.
Pow, put her out of misery.
So one, I actually do. That's a bust for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is that? What does he end up?
Something bad happens. Either his horse stumbles and
Okay,
or
well, make
kicks
enough-
him
make-
off, or
Make a nimbleness roll then, right? Or what's ride?
riding is nimbleness, but make a riding check to see.
Yeah, make a riding check then. Yep.
Because his horse probably stumbles and rears, so he's just got to hold on.
3.
Okay. So yeah, it stumbles back, rears, stumbles back a little bit, so you're going to be back behind. You don't get
Okay.
kicked off, but you're basically pulled back.
Okay.
All right. And you had the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and do your second. He's still alive. He's got one wound left in the gut, so you wish to attack again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, I'll go ahead and what's the for same spot. So what do I need?
Like a cold shot.
Yeah,
it'd be
cold
the
shot
guts, so-
to the guts. So
I think it's minus. Guts is -2. According to that.
okay, so 9 was the best.
9. Okay, that hits.
And
No
since it was
raise,
cold
but-
shot.
Yep, you don't have to roll, so
So-
you just roll your damage. You just need to do one wound.
I think you did it.
Yeah. Well, 3 for the weapon. So 26 again.
All right. Well, basically, you cut him in half, and he falls in 2 different
club.
pieces. He's like, yeah. I mean, you really do because it's like sitting there, and he turns around. It's like what? And you splat him in 2 pieces. Falls in the brush. You hear a gunshot off the way.
Loud one.
Yeah.
Very
Down
loud.
the street, you can hear the like shooting things, like making noise, and firecrackers are going up.
Because the black dragons.
Yeah,
sure.
and people are out there looking.
Distractions.
Yeah, and you out in the street, you can hear. You probably what messed you up is like all of a sudden these firecrackers start going off. And you're like, what the fuck?
Making sure that the ammo's not going off inside the.
Just actually.
No, it's not. No.
All right. So that was kings, queens. Okay.
Queens. Actually, I'm going to use unless somebody else has use the appeasement points in my shield and pop turtle shell.
Okay. All right. Brad, I think you told them about the 2 guys that were up there that you know, right? You told them not to hurt them or not? I can't remember.
I probably would have mentioned something about it.
Okay.
Try and spare.
We briefly talked about it until I realized.
Yeah. So try and spare those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know who they are. So.
All right. So that was queens, jacks.
Jacks.
Okay. So again, you're halfway in. You hear Cobb kind of hold up behind you.
Okay. Well, I'll keep on riding, but we're about 40 yards away.
40 yards.
I am
You're-
going to take a look to either side. Is there anybody coming up from the tree line toward us that's close?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Everyone's kind of like, what?
In that case, I'm going to put this one up my sleeve.
Okay.
And probably have to forfeit the other one to see if I can do it. I don't think I could yell over the horses and have them hear me at this point.
Yeah, you got overall. You can do it.
Would they be able to hear me, you think?
You can yell
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll use that. Use overall. And I'll yell. You open that goddamn gate or I'll kill every one of you sons of bitches.
Okay.
Oh, you were yelling at the people at the gate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch him roll
they
all
may not
ones.
hear
I'd
you.
laugh
Yeah.
my dick off. You'd be like, squeak.
What's that?
Yeah.
They're all deaf.
I feel slightly threatened, but I don't
Made an
know.
11.
Okay. So it's an opposed roll, right?
Yeah.
That would be that.
That's the one I just discarded. That was my king.
All right. As you're yelling that up and Ketchum is about to say something too. They all kind of like they had like no clue you were even on the road or anything's going on because they're all just kind of sitting there talking, and they're all just like and like one guy looks over and he's like they're all like what, and some of them are getting up like out of the way like what the hell. So they're kind of panicking when you yell that, and there's all you guys riding up, and Brad's up there and they're kicking a woman off on the side. So it's like, so they're all like, "What?" They kind of scattered, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" So yeah,
Okay.
so that was Jack's. Okay, tens. Anybody tens? Nines.
Reloading.
All right, catch them. You have overall. Texas Rangers, get out of the way and throw your guns down, or I'll throw your lives into hell. Okay. That's an opposed roll as well. But I'm going to give him a plus because you were double ones.
And the gates open on their own.
Yeah, those five guys, they don't know what the hell's going on because you shoot every one of you. And you have your reputation, and they saw you on the road earlier, and they also know what happened earlier on the road too. They basically look, they're like, "Well, man, there's like 6, 7 Texas Rangers riding up," and they're like, "Shoot it!"
6 Texas Rangers and a serial killer riding at you.
And again, Brad's throwing a woman off the side.
And that priest just killed a woman.
There's explosions
Probably
going on.
scared them. They're now cured of lycanthropy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they all like start scattering and running from the gate. The gate's shut, but they're like, "Oh God!" And they're running. They're basically running away from the gate. That's two. They botched on your roll, and they botched on his roll.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. So they start scattering, running away, like rolling down the hill, running into the forest line. They might be running back out of the forest line shortly, but
Yeah.
yeah. So that was nines, right?
And Manuel doesn't know we're actually scaring everybody towards him.
Yeah. Flushing towards me.
I thought I was supposed to be the distraction. You know?
Bring us from the street. You're causing an uproar. It was nines, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Nines, eights. Okay.
8s.
They're getting out of the way. They're like,
I'm gonna overall one of them. Get back there and open that fucking gate. Try and overall him to go open the gate before we get there. 10.
He botched with a 1. A 4 and a 1. It's actually the old crust, the old man guy. I want that money. You see him wet himself. Runs back to the gate, starts opening it.
Okay, good. Jeez, that's all I wanted.
We couldn't have fucked that up any better.
That and your true front teeth.
Yeah.
Well, at least we don't have to fight anybody at the gate to get in.
Must be Afghanistan.
John.
They're French.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
That was 9s, 8s, 7s. Bo is gonna try to grab your horse, man.
Whoa! I don't need my horse molested, dude. Jesus.
Bo rides up and he kind of stumbles back a little bit. And he basically grabs hold of the reins a little bit, calms your horse down.
Okay.
He slows down with you, kind of like, oh, easy, girl, easy now. I'll give you a little loving later.
It's
And the horse
a
runs
damn
wild.
stout. It's a damn stallion.
I'll give you a loving.
No, calm down. It's me, Bo. Remember last night?
Well, Bo does not discriminate.
No, it's an open market. All right.
A literal farmer's market.
Okay, that was 7 6s.
6. Try and get a hold of my horse, I guess, again.
Yeah, go ahead. He's opened the gate. By the time you guys get
Yeah.
up there, he'll have it open.
I'll have to
4.
I can't do anything else.
That's good enough because he helped calm it down, so you guys can start moving. So you'll be behind, but you'll be getting up there. Okay, 6s, 5s.
I had
You
2
5.
6s.
Speed,
Anything else?
And not unless I.
firing.
Yeah. Who?
Whatever's up on the sniper positions.
The 2 on top are now dead of the
Right.
building. So where do you switch to? Do you want to go in the tree line, or there's the guy in the building?
Guy in the building.
Okay. So you get a name. It's the same difficulty as earlier, but you're only going to get +2. Hey, what are you doing?
Any of the other guards responding at all?
No, they're all just.
They probably don't even know. You're
I rolled-
supposed to be going "Ah," like that or something.
I rolled their quicknesses earlier. They got a 2, a 1, and a 1. So everybody was flat out.
Every time you killed someone, they knelt down and tied their shoe.
Yeah.
Well, you were just sneaked up and went. The guy went. No, and I heard a shot, and like maybe a couple of them are going. Is that?
There's probably a pair of guards that walk right past you.
There's a guard like 15 feet away and it's oh, that was switchy. What the heck was that noise? I better check my nose when I get back to the house.
So I did 25 to hit. I rolled a 10 for location.
Ooh,
Okay, so that's an extra die.
To hit or damage?
damage because it's in the gizzards.
Get the map with you.
Oh, yep. So the one in the center is dead.
Yeah. Start moving this way. Back
Okay.
towards
The gate.
around towards the front gate.
Okay. You have movement. You want to run up to the next guy?
Yeah. I mean, if he's that close.
Yeah. You got that pop. So.
No, I didn't pop the speed of the wall.
Oh. Okay.
I did Spirit Warrior. It was
Okay.
different.
Well, you want to run up there, or you want to sneak?
Actually, since I am supposed to be creating a distraction,
Yeah. Okay.
snuck up on the first guy, but then I'll start
All right. Woo!
making some noise.
Okay.
I mean, my normal pace is 10, so it's
Yeah,
that.
you can reach him. You can
Okay.
reach him.
So I'm basically gonna yell as I charge him. So.
Okay. He just kind of turns around. He's like, "I heard gunshot. I think."
So do you
Hey,
like,
Jerry, do you
do an
hear
Apache
something?
war cry, or do you like a Mexican war cry?
Tacos! Viva la madre!
Okay, 18 was my best.
Okay. So that hit. With, let's see, that would be 2 raises.
And I rolled an 18,
2 raises. So
So
right in the head.
Head.
So there you go.
so that's 2 extra dive damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Melon head.
Yeah, probably.
Ta-da.
All right, so
Yeah. Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
I'm freaky pissed.
That's freaky fast.
mm,
That was freaky fast.
23,
You ordered the number 2.
31,
Number 2. In your pants,
33
right?
plus 12 is 45.
just want to see if you beat the number I just rolled.
And another 8, so that'll be 52.
Oh my
beat me
god!
for
Divided by
By
6.
one.
By 6, so that's
Kelvin
what?
just whipped a 51 out of that gun.
That's beyond maimed.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you walk and he's like, hey, Bop. It just missed.
It's like in the movie The Frighteners. He hits him so hard his ghost is just sitting there finishing the sentence.
I wonder what that was. That was an Indian.
It's like Hot Fuzz when the kids people lands on the guy's head.
Yeah, you just right by. Yikes. So you did hit.
51 damage.
So what was your target number?
I don't know.
What was the range?
Well, he rolled a 25 to hit, and
Okay.
then got
He rolled the damage.
got him in the gizzards, right?
Right in the 10.
Right in
Okay.
the 10.
He
And
does have light cover because of the windows, so that what bullets were you using?
Just regular, nothing
Okay, so that's going to
fancy.
Light cover, probably would have dropped the die type by 1.
Oh no, he was using the propellant. Excuse me, he was using the Ghost Rock propellant.
so that's armor piercing. So that would get rid of the
that's
No,
extra die.
That's extra damage, so that would count. If you lost 1 die damage for light cover,
Yep.
the extra die of damage from the ghost powder negates that. It
Okay,
still-
so normal. So it doesn't up 50. So divide that by 6. So yeah. So he's like coming up. And he's like, oh, okay. What? He's seeing like smash up against the glass behind the thing, and he falls down dead.
It's 8.5.
Okay. Yeah, you just blew him out. There's like a big splosh against the glass in the grass, right? Yeah, there's like big old friggin' hole in the friggin'
Now,
house.
that's the last guy on a sniper position, right? Besides the guys on the ridge.
Right.
And I probably could notice he's
Yeah, he just
making his way in the world today. It takes everything.
and everyone is just still sitting there in the woods like don't even have a clue. A couple of my one guy by the gates kind of turned like, I hear something.
Would I be able to hit those guys on the ridge?
Yeah.
Well then, next round.
That's funny.
So that was 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s. You guys are getting up to the gate. You're pretty much at your limit, so you're making the noise. You can go ahead and roll to make a diversion, overall, or persuasion, or just flat main.
Well, all right. 5.
5, that's enough. There's a couple guys over there on the ridge. They can't like look over. They're like, because there's shots going off and then firecrackers and everything else. They're kind of like, a couple of them are looking over your way. So they're like, what? So one guy's about to turn around and look at the gate, but he turns around and looks at you, the guy that's out in.
Yeah.
So that was 3s. What are you doing?
I'm just going to sacrifice it because I can't really do anything.
2s. Bo's just riding with you. And
Ones. Wait.
that's it. Now it is 9:27, so I don't know. You got to go work.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I don't have to be there until whenever, and I'm already. I mean, we can probably go a little bit.
Another round?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure.
All right. So
As long as I'm there by, quarter to 11. Basically.
okay, here's these. Okay. All right.
Really, all I need to do is go home and just change my uniform.
I have one up my sleeve, but do you want to shuffle it back in, or should I just keep it?
Keep it.
No,
just in case.
yeah.
We're still going to do one more round. Okay.
Witnesses?
Quickness is everybody.
Again.
God. So wait, you have more ones than
Last 2
successes?
weeks
Is that
I
a
can't
fail?
roll shit.
So if you roll 4 dice and 3 of them come up ones, you went bust.
So you want to verify this for me?
Okay, you might as well be swinging her
See it?
whittling knife.
43 on quickness.
Yeah, that's a bust.
Okay.
Didn't even get to pop that die.
Nope.
8. 17 for me.
I think you got the lead.
9 for me.
9.
Great, 5 aces, just what I need. Wait,
Good job.
You got 17.
17.
Bill got 9.
Okay, so that's
Two.
2.
Roll off.
2 for all of us.
So if you get, so if it's 7, you get 2 cards, right?
2.
Right. One
2 cards,
participate in one.
9.
5. Can I get another card? I'd like to try and make a hand.
Okay.
Consult your local necromancer.
All right. Aces. Dale, you're first. The gate is now open.
Okay.
And the guy's stumbling out of the way as he's wetting himself.
Okay. The guy's stumbling out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not one of the guys that he was telling
Right.
us to. This was the jerk who wanted money.
Yes.
Yeah, shoot him.
Okay.
God, he opened the gate for you too.
Yeah.
You got plus. You get
He
plus.
forgot to do it. He had to go back. So.
You're right up. You're
Pay
also
your life.
above him, so I'm going to be a +2.
Okay. Let's see. Um, 14.
14. Yes, that hit.
$13.
Okay, it's in the arms.
Just to make sure you can't
Actually,
close, I'm
it's
going to
into
shoot you in the arm, too.
Oh, God. So there's 3 6s. $32.
Okay.
Which is a maiming shot to his arm. I just blew most of his arm off.
Yeah, pretty much. He's going to fall to the ground.
I said open that fucking gate.
Sure did.
Not fast enough.
Okay. You blow off his arm as he's shutting the gate. I got him. He falls over dead. Bleeding all over the place. Okay, so who's that next ace? Okay.
I probably do the.
You got
Yeah.
it. You got it.
Okay.
I'm going to make a quick deduction as the fact that how many people are on the ridge that he's dealing with?
There are now 3.
Okay, I'm going to abandon post and climb down to the horse.
Okay. Now, do you have climb?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And 9 is my highest.
Okay. That's all right. You start climbing down the rope. That would probably how many? You can go what? Be your.
It's half your pace, isn't it, or something like
I think
that?
it's like half your pace for climbing.
So what's your pace?
My pace is 8.
8.
So
4 yards.
4. Yeah,
So
4
you go
yards.
about a story down.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not. It's going to take me a little while to get down. But
yeah. So
I just have to roll a climb on each one of my.
I mean, you can scoot down the rope, but you know.
I do have gloves on, so it wouldn't fuck me up too bad.
No, it'd be smoking. So
Yeah.
you know, if you want, I allow you to do that. You'll have to make another roll on your next thing with
Yeah.
your next card.
Okay, I'll do that.
Watch, you could fall, but
Yeah.
I just higher up the difficulty. Okay.
I fired it.
Yeah. Okay. So then we go to
Oh.
you.
So we're moving for so how I use full thing to go on
Yep.
through.
Yeah. You'll get through the gate
But
basically.
there's really no one up there though, is there?
There's guys scampering away. A couple of rangers take a shots off at him. They kind of wound a couple of them, and the one guy with a bow, he like with a silver arrow shoots. Gonna shoot
I'm
the guy
just
in the
gonna
head.
scan the road up ahead.
If you look up the head, as you see walking right up to you, like coming up, you see your 2 guys, and they're kind of coming up on their patrol, and they're kind of like they've just stopped. They're off to your left.
I'll kind of wave at them, and I'll tell them, "Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground!"
Okay, roll your persuasion. Difficulty 3.
Get down!
They can't walk up because they botched 2. So I rolled 3 1s and an 8.
Yep.
Now that's 2 rounds. 2 rounds in a row. They botched their quicknesses.
Connor's like, I gotta get some better guards.
Jesus.
17.
All right. Well, they come up and they're like, "What?" They're like, holy, and it's like, Cobb, get down on the ground. And that's Cobb. They pull the rifle up, they get down, they're like, okay, what are we doing? They're all like, okay. They basically, like, they're almost like, turn around, like, oh, wait, you out there after somebody?
Tom, get down like this. Get down.
Well, they do, but they're all like, okay. Like, who we shooting? Who we shooting? Who you after, Cobb? We're here for you. All right, so they do that. They were the two guards coming up. I ran to their roll that random, and they came up. So they're there. So there's really nobody else there. There's a straight shot to the door. Okay, that was the other ace. So now queens.
Or kings.
Kings. I'm sorry, kings. Okay.
I'll yell at them now. I was like, get over here to me now.
They hop up. They're like, get down, get up. He's like, this is like damn boot camp. They run right over. They're like going up, and they're like putting their hands up, and Ketchum's like about to shoot them.
I kind of yell, and I'm just like, Amnesty, don't shoot them.
Amnesty International. They're like, oh,
damn it. Put in your name and stop shooting people.
yeah. He's like, oh, that's them. All right. Texas Rangers. And they're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but it's Cobb.
It's Cobb. They'll run up to you.
Okay, I run up to them. I was like, listen, boys, you know those creatures we fought on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, your boss, Connor's the one that's making them.
I knew it, Jerry. It's like, okay, whatever.
So you can either get your ass out of here and take cover up back by the wagon, or you can come with us.
And he's like, you come with us, I'll deputize the Texas Rangers. And he's like, well, we're with you, Cobb. We know you can fight them sons of bitches easy.
All right.
It's true. They said, I knew. And then they'll do that.
I don't think I even hurt one of those last time.
You guys killed them off. They're like, oh, well,
the other guys did that.
Calvin pretty
Yeah.
much
It was
blew him
by
apart.
the grace of God that
Yeah.
we did.
All right, so that was Queens.
No, that was
Kings.
kings.
King still? Okay. Now we do Queens.
Now we're queens.
All right.
Is it Queens?
Is there anybody else coming out of the house or anything?
No, but if you want to use a roll, you can see around the property.
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick search.
Go ahead and roll your
search.
And you can add keen or
5 for search.
Just like across the way, like coming off to your left, you do see two guards like coming around the corner, like they're kind of hearing all the ruckus, and they're just kind of like coming around, like what?
How far away are they?
They're probably long range, I guess. It'd be minus, what is that, 6? They're way across the yard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they're just kind of there, and they're kind of dumbfounded like that. And you're yelling that. The other guards are walking up. They're like, okay. So it's kind of weird. They're like, well, they're going to join them. What's going on? Maybe they're reinforcements. They just kind of standing there like, we botched, so we don't know. We're just kind of standing there. So there we go.
Yeah, I'll just take that quick look and then probably look for a place to.
Now, what did you roll again?
5.
5. Okay. Yeah, you see that, and there's lights on in the house, but it's kind of hard to see and everything. So
Nobody's home.
Yep. All right.
Other queen.
Yep. Other queen.
You hold that card up and ba-ding!
Move to the last guy on that
Yep.
side.
You can make to him.
All
Go
right.
ahead and roll. Your target number is now 8. He's ready for you this time.
Okay.
But he botched, so he just kind of like, what the hell? It's like some crazy Indian up here.
Indian Mexican.
Indian Mexican. Indian.
So 17.
Hey, 17. Well, you hit. So that's 7. So that's 2 raises.
And 13 on the location.
Upper guts. Upper guts or arms.
Upper guts.
Okay, go ahead.
Last time we were like, oh, I get enough. I'm sorry.
That's a lot out of him, man. That was a lot of work.
That was. You think it's easy to make them Swedish meatballs so tasty? That's exactly when you know it's done.
Next meatball is
25.
Okay, so you divide that by 6. So that's 4 wounds to the upper guts.
Yeah.
Basically, he wham up against the tree. Okay, so that was queens, kings. I mean, yeah.
That's Queens.
Jack, yay! All right.
right.
Some of the black dragons are in the street, and they're like kind of like moving up towards the main entrance, and there's some guard.
Yeah.
The one things are kind of coming out and say, "Hey, will you quit firing that stuff out there?" And one guy goes up and basically just kind of like does like some weird kick in the air and kicks the guy up into the bricks. Just wham! I mean, like some mega kick. And he slams up the rock and blood spears down. So people are like, "What the hell?" They're all kind of freaking out, and there's the smoke and kind of like that going off. What do you do?
Is there anything mean and nasty coming out of the...
No, there's just some gray boys out front that are just kind of like bodyguards. It's probably about eight of them, and one of them just got kicked into a wall. So they're all out there, and they're all just kind of like staring like, what the heck's going on, you know? They're not really doing anything yet because they're basically botched their roles. So
I'm just going to do a use the voice and surrender down on the ground.
okay, do you have overall?
No.
Okay, so that just be one die of your mean, but no penalty.
Just shoot that Gatline. We'll get
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Wrong.
Shoot it above their heads or something.
Oh, goddamn.
That works.
11.
11. Okay, so it's opposed roll, right? Okay, they got a 5. So basically,
Now, doesn't the voice give you a bonus too? Or?
but he has a penalty not
Okay,
having the skill,
alright,
so it
yeah.
balances out. So basically, like rips off the Julio rips off the sheet.
As you say it.
Down on the ground. Some other guys over there like, holy crap! Some guy kicks him and they see the Gatling gun and you're up there down on the ground. Holy roller lord! Yeah, some of them are like putting their hands up, throwing their guns down. There's about 5 of them though, kind of like stop, and they're kind of like that, but like. Maybe the other red boys, they like throw their guns down, like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. There's people diving out of the way. They don't know what the hell's going on. But of the 8, 4 of them seem to stand their ground, but they're confused. But it looks like 4 of them seem to be not moving, but they're kind of like, what is going on here? And one of them got hit up against the other 4 are like running away. So, yeah. People are getting out of the way. They're all running out, but there's 4 guys still there. They're just kind of like stoic. Okay. Although they do seem intimidated. Very nice. Very nice.
That was funny.
Yep. All right.
Down on the ground. Footing. Oh, that's a priest with a gallon.
And there's like the firecrackers going off all around him.
I think he's just going to fire.
The Lord will speak.
Fiery sermon.
Yep. All right. So that was that.
Hey, Jax.
Okay.
10s.
10s. All right.
So we're pretty much up at the front door.
Yeah, you're right there. Catch him basically. The Ranger's out here by deputy behind you. And he's like that speed thing. I hear by deputy behind you on that. Your deputies.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead and dismount, and I'm sure they're hitching posts out here or something.
And they're more up their way, but yeah, there's some stuff you can tie them
Are you
up
really
on.
worried about that in the middle of a battle? Oh, I gotta hitch my horse up.
That's Copperhead.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll just take my pow, pow. I'll get to you. They'll dismount and just kind of drape the reins around and draw his other pistol
Okay.
and kind of wait to see what everybody else is doing.
All right.
And probably looking at the front windows to see if anybody's going to
You can roll your thing again.
search.
Yep.
Uh, 16.
At the windows at the right near the door, you do see somebody like looking out kind of through the thing, but you see like a couple guys that are looking out the window, just kind of like, what? So there are a couple people inside the front door.
Can I tell if they're like gray boys or something, or
They do have uniforms, but you're not sure, or they're definitely some sort of, either they're gray boys or they're other guards, so.
it's not the 2 he told me not to shoot.
Yep.
Pow, pow.
Go ahead and shoot. Okay. And then, what was that? That was
10.
10s, so 9s. Okay. Ketchum and them are dismounting as well. One guy's still standing up. 2 guys are standing on the horses, just kind of covering out. two of them start moving over to those guys over there on horseback. It's on the ground.
I gotta make it off a rope.
Roll your climb again.
A 9 and a
With
19.
soap.
So
Eight
You
is
hit
high.
hit.
Okay.
First guys. 15. The upper gut.
You almost get to the ground. So next round you'll be on the ground.
Was it target number?
It's 30 feet, 10 feet per.
Yeah, I know. I thought I
Target
was
number
doing a slide
5 for
though.
both
So
those
if I
guys. It
did
is.
Slide, I would get
And so you get 2. You get into the round, you'll be on the ground.
Target
I'm on
number
the horse.
5 for both those guys.
Oh, you can be on your horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Target number 5 for both the guys.
Yep.
So that's
Actually, you had 2 because of the windows, so 7.
7.
They technically have some.
Okay. One in the upper guts. I'm gonna put the other one in the head.
Okay. Same dude.
Yeah, same guy. So that's 10, 15.
I believe that's what they
17
call
in
the
the
double
arm.
tap.
20 in the head.
Okay. Wham. He stumbles back
Okay.
into the ground. Okay. You hear the glass shatter up front. You fire 2 rounds off. Instinctively, they fire some rounds off.
Pow, pow. Rounds. Like the window's gone. And like that little window looks like Swiss cheese. The guy's like, yeah, I surrendered. Texas Rangers aren't known.
Yeah, there's a hail of bullets. 2 other bullets like fire off behind you. They had a 9-2. So you shoot, they shoot 2. They're just, and you see that guy just fall back like 2, 3 other bullets.
Pow, 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 pow. What are you shooting at?
Not much now. They're dead.
Looking like Bonnie and Clyde.
Mm-hmm. They drop him. He's dead. Okay. That was 9s.
That was 10s.
10s. Okay. 9s. Okay.
Was there another?
There's
guy?
another one. No.
Take 2 more shots.
All right. Go ahead. 8s. What are you gonna do?
I'm using the ghost drop bullets. So.
What are those 4 other 4 doing?
They're just kind of standing there. They're not really freaking out or nothing, but they're just kind of like, oh shit. They're just kind of like, the other guys are running. Everybody's getting the fuck out of the way. These 4 are just kind of standing there. Some of them are just they failed their thing, so they're just kind of standing there, kind of like maybe they're frozen in place. But yeah,
I'll just fire at the ground at their feet.
okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh wait,
Missed. You hit them in the head.
That was a warning shot. It's up on your artillery.
okay, it's gonna be a 12.
What'd you have? Is it
Yeah,
Warning shot.
11.
11.
They're warned.
Okay. Well, you. Everybody's shitting out.
Dance brothers.
They stop, like, stand there and they start scattering too. They just like, oh crap. So they all start
Every
scattering.
single bullet ricochets off the stone cobbled floor, then goes right up and hits them all in the head.
Yeah, but it's enough. It's enough for them to
roll
basically
body
scatter.
shooting
They
before
start
they
running
hit.
too off to the side and then get it.
Both bullets, 1 in the lower guts, 1 in the upper guts. So it's the same location for 40 points of damage.
Total. So that would be death.
Yeah. 21 in the upper guts and 19.
So yeah, you're like, pow, pow, pow. The guy who actually falls out into the thing. He's actually wearing some
Westerns.
nice looking clothes. Kind of looks a little dandyish.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, he had like a rifle that he drops on the ground.
Just killed a Pinkerton.
I just killed a lawyer.
Shot a
World of
That
Bank.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
You just did the world a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he falls out of the window. The other one falls back. They're both dead. They're like, hey, what's that?
Somebody out there?
Yeah. Okay, so that was
calling.
that was 9s.
If it had been a CEO or something,
You're
someone
doing
would have
it
came out and gave you a
8-7.
dolly. He's like, "Here's your
Okay,
for your
so
reward."
you're gonna get to the ground.
Get to the horse. Charge the horse.
Okay, well, you're gonna try and land on the horse.
Yes.
Okay, so then you're gonna have to roll. What would that be?
Probably nimbleness.
Nimbleness.
Yeah.
Target number.
Where's that?
What do you think?
Probably
Or is that different?
from a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nimbleness
I would
right
say
there.
probably a 9.
Okay, nimbleness 9.
It's not easy to do.
4. What's he trying?
He had to land on his horse. as
Swing
he's
from the
coming
rope
down.
and land on the horse.
Okay. You swing out and land on the ground. You didn't botch, so you basically
the horse-
land. The horse looks at you and goes,
Yeah. The horse speeds you and is like,
I just look
walks
up at the
away.
horse and be like, "Shut up."
"Shut up." You were
Get up.
He moved off the
Nobody
side.
saw
At
that.
the last minute, he moves to the side, so you land on the ground. It's like, no, you were going to land on me. Huh? You're going too fast.
Goddamn horse. Be nice or I'll shoot you in the ass.
You already branded me there. Okay, so that
He's
was
got a
7, 6s,
I'm sure he's got a
Six,
saddlebag
fives.
full of dynamite.
5s, 4s. Okay, 5. Go ahead. You can get on the
I'll
horse.
get on my horse
All right,
now.
All right. Next round, you can start. You kind of used all your movement, so
I
next
know.
round. So 4. So that's Bo. Bo's gonna dismount finally. Like, gee, but I don't even have time to even know what the hell's going on. Damn it. He's already got something up his sleeve, so he basically is getting down. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Now, second thought, he's not gonna do that because he might get shot. So he's just gonna stand there. But he is going to try and do that. So roll my spirit. Okay, that was 4s, 3s. 2s. Okay. Okay. Well, Rob, you're. Yep, you can start heading out. You can start. Get on the horse and.
Yeah.
Okay, 9. Okay. What are you doing? Finish
Well, I've already cleared off this side, so
He still had 1 wound left, didn't he? No. Yeah, you.
Yeah, the guy you just hit had
Oh.
1 wound.
Yeah,
okay.
you got 1 wound.
I'll
so.
swing at him again.
Sit down. Down, boy.
So, 9
9. Okay, that hits.
in the 13.
Arm.
Okay.
For 12 points. So 2.
Okay. You do 2 to his arm. Okay. Hold his mouth. Okay. Do you want to do another round, or are we done? Okay. All right. So we will finish it there, everybody. Next time we'll pick up from there, and there we go. Thanks for viewing tonight and staying up with us.
Don't forget, check out our link tree. Go to our YouTube, subscribe. We get to 50. We're giving away dice.
Only
Other than
9
that,
more.
Jump on there, look and see what we got available. Thanks y'all for tuning in tonight. We'll see y'all next week.
Game on!
All right.
Forever.